People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a torrential downpour. You can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
Based on coverage limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Follow us on social media at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
Welcome back to your Landers Sewing and Collision Center's pregame show on 94.1 WMIX, as well as the free Section618.com mobile app. Tonight is the Mount Vernon Rams ready for the Granite City Warriors. Mount Vernon, of course, coming off a tough loss last week to Cahokia. And we talk about it now with Rams football coach Dan Mings. And, Coach, obviously a good Friday to you, but I know last week a tough one. And it was a game that I thought in many facets the Rams defense played one of their better games of the year, especially in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about that. The boys are, we start out with a young defense, and they're getting better and better every week. And, versus Cahokia, I think we played them very well. The score doesn't look like it because all of our turnovers on the offensive side. But, the defense is starting to come along a little bit.
It is. And, I'm glad you mentioned special teams because I know a few weeks ago, one of your keys to a win was the special teams have to be special. And on Friday night, just, right out of the gate, kickoff return stripped away, and they run it in about 30 yards for a touchdown. And that's like 10 seconds into the game. And it was that same 8-0 score until late in the second quarter, if memory serves correct. So your defense stood tall many times. Unfortunately for the Rams, Cahokia's defense stood pretty tall at times too. But I think I said on air there were quite a few Barney Fife moments, and that the whole reason Barney Fife didn't have a bullet on the end of Griffith's show was because he was going to shoot himself in the foot. And
yeah,
unfortunately, that's what
all
happened.
We've been doing. You're right. That's all we've been doing. We just shoot ourselves in the foot week after week, and it's fairly aggravating. I mean, and it's a helpless feeling, because you're on the sidelines and there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, we cover this stuff in practice and hold the ball high and tight, and we preach special teams probably as much or more than anybody does, and it's just aggravating, that we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. But at this point, the kids have to do that. There's nothing else that we can do.
Exactly. And I mean, at this point, for me, it's seeing all the positives and all of the bright spots, because I do see a team that is on the edge of something great. I do see a team that continues to get better. And I do see a team that, with Rudolph being back for another week, as guys continue to adjust to the changes, even though that's how the season was supposed to begin, there's going to be good things happen. And tonight, notwithstanding, I know Granite City coming in, struggling obviously this year at 0-6, but this team, I feel like, is just kind of on that edge where it could go the opposite way. It could go into totally great things. They just have to be able to execute.
True. And Granite City is 0-6, but, they play a pretty tough schedule over there. But if we don't do what we're supposed to do, then it could be, a bad thing. But if we do what we're supposed to do, we're going to come out with a win. That's just sort of being honest where both programs are right now. If we do what we're supposed to do, we take care of the ball, we make sure tackles, it's a game that we should win, but we'll find out. I mean, we just have to take care of the ball.
Absolutely. And I think, we're talking about this, or at least I am. I'm kind of steering this conversation. And I know with where I've been going, it's like, oh, poor, pitiful Mount Vernon. But at the end of the day, Cahokia had a lot to say about how that game went last week. And it sounds almost like I'm minimalizing just how good Cahokia is, because Cahokia is a very good football team.
Very, very good football team. I mean, they've got speed and they're very aggressive, and I don't think that there's probably a stitch of difference between us and Cahokia, other than they came and they were very, very aggressive with what they were doing. It wasn't a scheme difference. It wasn't anything that we're not capable of doing. They just came and played harder. I mean that's the bottom line. They just played harder, and they're a good football team. And if we do that kind of stuff, if we do what we're capable of doing, this last third of the season may be pretty good for us. But we're going to have to turn it up right now. We're not going to have to be poor, pitiful Mount Vernon. We're going to have to turn it up, and we're going to have to get after it a little bit.
Absolutely. And I think a term I used last week was they were kind of like sharks in that second half, where they smelled that blood in the water. They stopped circling and they just started to attack. And that's kind of the mentality, from an outsider looking in, a non-athlete, if you will. It seems like that's what the Rams are going to have to be.
Yeah, it is. And we've been that in the past. We've been that team that circles and circles, and we smell the blood and then we go get them. So, hopefully tonight, that's what's going to happen with us, and then take that to the next couple games.
Absolutely. And of course, tonight we talk about Granite City. I've already mentioned 0-6. We've already somewhat talked about that, but a team that plays a tough schedule. They play all the South 7 schools, and then some of the Southwestern Conference schools, still things of that nature. And while they're 0-6, they do have some positives. They're able to run an offense effectively. Of course, typically will run out of the gun. The thing that I think that I've noticed is just where, teams that are 0-6 typically struggle. Looks like they struggle up front.
Exactly. And I literally sit down with my linemen this week, and we just sit down and we just talked. Football is it can be any kind of game that you want it to be, but you cannot win if you don't win in the trenches. You can't. It's one of those things that your athletes that get out and run and throw and catch and all that other kind of stuff. They can only do that if the offensive line provides them the holes in the protection. Period. I mean, it's a thankless job, but it's probably one of the most important jobs. And I don't know how to equate that, to a job in the real world, but they don't get really anything from it other than the pride knowing that they're responsible for it. We sit down, we talked about that a little bit this week, and we just got to get better up front, and I think this is the game that we can win up front, and I think that if our kids get after a little bit, I think that we can get after Granite and win up front. But that's where all the games are won and lost. It doesn't matter. And I told them, I don't care if it's the pros or, you watch college football on Saturday or you go watch a high school state championship. Whoever has the best offensive line wins, and defensive line. But that's how you win, and our kids, they're still growing. They're not strong enough yet, but they're knowledgeable. So hopefully the strength comes here in the next, in the next off season and those types of things. But that's the whole name of the game right there, Chris. It's just line play. It's what it always has been. I guess it's always what it will be.
Aside from line play, what are your other keys to a Ram win tonight?
Hang on to the ball. Don't let them get out and get gone. Their quarterback has a tremendous arm, and they've got a couple guys that can catch and run. So if we can contain them and do what we're supposed to do on the defense, we'll be fine. So, offensive line play, no turnovers. No turnovers tonight. If we can do that, we're going to walk away with the win and get closer to this, even our record up type situation.
There we go. Mount Vernon, Granite City coming up at the top of the hour. This is Mount Vernon Rams football coach Dan Mings. Coach, appreciate the time as always.
Outstanding. I'll see you later.
And that was Mount Vernon Rams head football coach Dan Mings here on the Landers Toy and Collision Center's pregame show. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have plenty more content for tonight's game. It is Pink Out Night here at Ken Hunt Stadium. The Mount Vernon Rams and Granite City Warriors will kick off at the top of the hour, and we'll have it right here for you. 94.1 WMIX, the free Section618.com mobile app, and the WMIX Sports YouTube channel. When we come back, of course, we'll have the Monk and Toyota keys of the game. Your Hall Insurance Group starting live still to come. All of it straight ahead. This is Rams football powered by People's National Bank.
If you are looking for a new career, Walgreens Distribution Center in Mount Vernon is hiring. Walgreens offers an excellent benefits package, competitive pay, on-site health clinic, 401k, performance bonuses, shift differentials, full-time employment, and maintenance technician openings. Plus, they have walk-in Wednesdays every Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. No appointment necessary. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Walgreens promotes and supports a drug-free workplace.
You need insurance to help protect things that mean a lot to you. You need coverage that's affordable because we all have a budget. At Country Financial, we get it. For close to 100 years, we've offered insurance and financial services to help protect what's most important to you and to help prepare for your future. Best of all, I'm here to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. In other words, we've got your back. I'm Josh Finley, your local Country Financial representative. Call me at 618-242-4024.
At Landers Towing and Collision Centers, we've built our reputation on something simple: doing what's right for you. We focus on quality repairs and safety. When your vehicle is repaired at Landers, it's done by certified technicians who follow manufacturer-approved repair procedures, and we back every repair with a lifetime guarantee. Remember, you always have the right to choose who repairs your vehicle, and we're proud when you choose us. Landers Towing and Collision Center, serving Southern Illinois for over 35 years. Big or small, we tow and fix them all.
Back to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX.
94.1 WMIX in the free section, 618.com mobile app tonight. Also, welcome those of you in on the WMIX Sports YouTube. Those audio issues have been handled. I'm Chris Hugo. Hank Evans alongside the Mount Vernon Rams, 2-4. The Granite City Warriors are 0-6, have not won since the 2022 season, Hank. And again, we talked about Granite City coming in, Mount Vernon probably being the favorite tonight. And, of course, we got into it with Coach Mings as well about the topic. And, you know, it all starts with line play. And I know that's going to be one of our Munkin Toyota keys to the game. But in the film that I've seen, Granite City's just not very quick on the line, and that has been part of their problem this year.
Yeah, and they're not close in these games. You just go through their scores. They've been outscored 314-41 in their 6 games. I mean, common opponents, Cahokia 62-0, Marion 63-12, Collinsville 50-3, 49-13 Carbondale. So this is a game with this improving Mount Vernon defense. I would like to see them just dominate up front.
Well, and of course we talk about that. We talk about what it's like to be on a team like that or in a program that's struggling. And, we saw it for a long time here in Mount Vernon, 2021, the most recent, going 0-9. And at that point, you just celebrate the kids that don't give up and go in and continue to fight night in and night out. And so a lot of these young men for Granite City, I salute you all for enduring a season like that. And let's face it, for the Rams, just 2 wins on the year. Maybe a third tonight. Things have to go well. Things have to go right. And it's not like we're talking about a team that is a world-beating right now. But as you heard, this is a team on the cusp of something good if they can just put those 4 quarters together. And let's face it, Rudolph's only back for his second game of work, and Rams trying to work to getting back to the full strength they were going into Waterloo when we saw them rattle off 14 quick points. Injuries decimated them since, and we've not seen that Mount Vernon Ram team.
And it's a lot of ifs and buts. Mount Vernon could easily be 4-2. Tonight's I call it a get-right spot. Mount Vernon needs to just totally take control of this game in the first half. Perfect world, you're way up. Get some guys out of the game in the second half. Staples, Rudolph, because you got who next week? Centralia. So you're going to need everybody. So get through this game healthy.
This was a record-breaking week for Jay-Sean Staples a year ago. Will it be a record-breaking week tonight? Well, we'll find out. This is your Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. Plenty more coming your way here tonight as we'll have kickoff coming up at the top of the hour. Landers Towing and Collision Centers, whether it be collision repair, camper and trailer repair, towing, or heavy collision repair, Landers is here for you. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS, as they will be doing the Loyalty and National Anthem here before long. And we get an itinerary every week, and I kind of joke with Seth. Well, I haven't joked with my guest to his face. He's not been up here when I've joked about it, but we never stick to it. And so 6:45 usually the anthem, and we'll wait and see. And usually most weeks with Dan, I go about 10, 15 minutes. This week it was a little shorter for obvious reasons. Dan Ming's not here tonight. Of course, unfortunately, he was ejected last week, and let's just call a spade a spade. And talking to folks afterward, Dan was not out of line. The official apparently not out of line. 2 guys that really did not have a heated argument. It was just a case of one flag for not getting off the field, apparently, and then I'm told another flag for asking for the second flag, something to that effect. And,
nothing too much, exchange. Dan does own it. Dan, I saw apologizing to fans on social media, fans saying, like, what are you apologizing for? You got our kids' backs. That's all we can ask for. And so Steve McCoy will be coaching the team tonight.
And I don't think Mount Vernon will miss a beat tonight, certainly. And, I saw the play. Maybe it was either Staples or Rudolph. Something happened after the whistle. Dan saw it. The official didn't. He said his piece, protecting his player. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and we move on.
Wouldn't want it any other way. And, of course, Dan Ming's a spectator tonight offside. And can't wait to have him back next week as the Rams will travel to Centralia to wrap up South 7 Conference play. It'll be the Rams and Orphans next Friday night from the new Evers Field. 6:30 will be your pregame here on 94.1 WMIX, and we won't have video. We never have in the 15 years we've been doing it from Centralia, so we get questions every year. We cannot video from Centralia, so it'll be audio only on the free Section 618.com app next week. We'll be right here on your radio as well. Again, 94.1 WMIX. The marching band doing just that. They're marching onto the track here to play the Loyalty and the national anthem from Ken Hunt Stadium, where we are tonight. Let's just go ahead and take a look. I know you grabbed the sheet earlier. Let's just take a look at what's going on Week 7.
There's some very interesting games. I think one of the main ones here in the South 7 will be Centralia. I believe they're hosting Cahokia. Are they not?
I thought it was the other way around, but I was doing this before the volleyball match last night, so I could have some sites backwards.
And then Collinsville at Marion, Pinckneyville, Nashville. And then another one, East St. Louis, Belleville East is a game that catches my eye. So several good matchups here in the South tonight.
And I do have that backwards. It is at Centralia. Good call.
Well, I think it's homecoming up there. So we'll see how good that Centralia team really is. It looks like a big-time matchup.
Well, and, of course, you take a look at some of the others going on tonight. The Valley, Waterloo, and Highland will tangle tonight. Both teams 4-2 and 2-1 in Valley play. Mascouta's at Civic. Of course, that is a 3-0 versus an 0-3. They're going to go ahead and do the national anthem here. We'll pay our tribute to America and come right back on your Landers Toy and Collision Center's pregame. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Hey, everyone. It's Marty with Huey and Newell Funeral Homes. Life is deceptive in the course of living it. We get so wrapped up in our daily activities that we lose sight of what we're actually here for. A life well lived is one that doesn't rely on accomplishments or acquiring stuff, but instead focuses on relationships. Practicing kindness, empathy, and compassion are the things that last and will impact other people's lives for generations to come. We are Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, serving our community with the greatest of care now and many years to come.
Looking for a dependable pre-owned Toyota? Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon has over 25 used Toyotas on the lot right now. Hi, this is sales manager Presley Marlowe. We've got a super rare Sienna and a sharp Venza, 9 Camrys, America's #1 selling car, plus 3 Highlanders and 5 RAV4s ready to roll. And that's just the start of our pre-owned selection. Don't miss your chance to save on quality used Toyotas, backed by service and care you can trust and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Come see us at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. In Mount Vernon, delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe, inside the Mount Vernon Airport, or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports, presented by People's National Bank.
94.1 WMIX and the free Section 618.com mobile app. WMIX Sports YouTube has you covered as well with live streaming video of tonight's game. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Granite City Warriors. Yes, I did have to think for a moment. I kept wanting to say Galatia, then I wanted to say Gallatin County, and neither one of those has football. And, of course, it has been a long week and a half for yours truly. But here we are tonight from Ken Hunt Stadium in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth on this Landers Toy and Collision Center's pregame show. Still plenty of time to be had, taking a closer look at some of the Week 7 matchups. And, maybe the one that I thought might be a little bit more going into Week 7 was going to be Benton and Frankfort on high noon. That one's a high noon game now because of an official shortage. Looked like Frankfort was off to a hot start. I think they started 4-0. They've lost their last 2. And, of course, Frankfort, you have that teacher situation looming. Thought that might be a bargaining chip this week, but since it's homecoming, I guess not. And so they will get that one in tomorrow. DuQuoin and AJ, Pinckneyville, Nashville. But it's kind of a lot of unevenness this week in Week 7.
And you get to this point in the year where it's a little bit the haves and the have-nots separate themselves. And a lot of these smaller schools, I'm just talking to people at work, they're out the numbers. They got guys hurt. I know Hamilton County's like down to 19 players. I mean, you're almost in do we even play territory. I know some schools up north that have chosen to forfeit.
Of course, we do have one game already in the books in Week 7 here in our area. Cesar-Valliere-Waltonville, the Devils beat Edwards County last night 54-7. Of course, SV is now 5-2. I didn't update that on the sheet because I did that last night. I put the score in this morning, and so my sheet did not get updated, Henry. But they're 5-2, and then Edwards County falls to 1-6.
And the official shortage, especially in football, is a real thing. We're having games rescheduled every week. You're going to see the next couple years Thursday, Friday, and Saturday games, I believe.
Well, and I know one time, and the spreadsheet's not updated yet, Mount Vernon did not have a Week 9 officiating crew, and I still believe they're trying to piecemeal one together and patchwork and put guys that don't know each other together, but you got to do what you got to do.
That's a difficult situation for the officials and the coaches and players.
We'll learn who the Civia Law officials of the game are coming up on this Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We'll also have our Hall Insurance Group starting lineups and officially get you those Munkin Toyota keys to the game. We'll take our final break on the Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show and come right back. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you're injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Stop searching for your own insurance. You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit hallinsgroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. hallinsgroup.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX, presented by People's National Bank.
94.1 WMIX, the free Section 618.com mobile app tonight. The Mount Vernon Rams and Granite City Warriors about 5 minutes away from the opening kickoff. We owe you keys to the game handed to us by Munkin Toyota, just off of exit 95 in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Hammer, how do the Rams get a win here tonight?
Nothing fancy tonight. Mount Vernon's got better players. Give it to them early. It'll be Staples, Rudolph, and the dual threat quarterback, C.J. Hughes Distro Jr., and then dominate the game up front, especially the Mount Vernon defensive line versus Granite City offensive line. And as we come down the stretch, quit turning the ball over, and the pre-snap penalties got to stop.
There we go. Pretty simple for the Mount Vernon Rams. Just have to execute tonight as they take the field here on Pink Out Night. Of course, it is Pink Out Night, hosted by Jose and the FBLA, as they use this as a fundraiser. Some of the players have uniforms with numbers and names. Well, they all have numbers, but the names on the back honoring those who have won the battle, those who have succumbed, and it's a memorial and a tribute and a respect paid to those continuing to fight the battle of breast cancer and cancers as well. So it is Pink Out Night. Again, those keys to the game furnished by Munkin Toyota. Munkin Toyota, just west of the interstates in Mount Vernon. Find them online, munkintoyotamountvernon.com. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. Gotta get my stuff organized here. There's a few extra things, pieces of equipment up here, and I haven't quite found the system necessary to make it all work. But here we go. I believe we may have some Hall Insurance Group starting lineups.
All right, let me do the Mount Vernon offense. It'll be Jr. The backs will be Chris Rudolph and Jay Sean Staples. The receivers, Nazavion Nesbitt. Tight end will be Adrian Reimer, and the offensive line will be 52 Kylan Brown, Holden Burns, Carter Burns, Carson Bradford, and JT Van Allen. That's your Mount Vernon offense.
There we go. Starting lineups presented by Hall Insurance Group. Log on to hallinsgroup.com to get a quote fast. That's hallinsgroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, of course, owned by Mount Vernon Township High School Sports Hall of Famer Brett Hall. We'll get to know the Ram defense here in just a little bit, as it'll be Granite City on to kick off first. Our Civia Law officials of tonight's game. I just had the sheet. Doggone it. I just sent it off. Just got it back. And your referee, Michael Blakemore, Daniel Lawson, Nick Brunstein, Gerard Robinson, and Jordan Johnson are your officials of tonight's game, presented by Civia Law here in Mount Vernon. Just jumped on the broadcast today. We appreciate their support. Civia Law offers personalized solutions for you, your family, and your business. We appreciate Civia Law and their support for all things Rams athletics here in Mount Vernon as we await the kickoff. I forgot to get the pronunciations prior to the game. My apologies. You know, once I'm up here anymore. But
I don't see many too tough-looking names on this Granite City roster, except the quarterback, of course.
And the kicker, number 50, Jacopo Salato, I believe is the pronunciation I was told earlier by a local person, which is not somebody from Granite City that would know. I just sought advice.
Again, a Granite City team comes in being outscored 314-41 on the season. It's definitely been a struggle. They've cycled through coaches about every other year, it seems like, for the last 10 years.
Certainly been a battle for them as we wait kickoff as the return men for the Rams, who just got used to the other uniforms, and now we have the pink out uniforms on, black with pink numerics. It'll be a step back to the 5-yard line for the Ram return man, Josh Crowder. He gets to the 20 between the hashes. We're assuming no numbers have changed. They told me they did not, as he'll get to the 22 with forward progress. Where the Rams will have it 1st and 10 to get us going tonight, presented by People's National Bank. You're never far away from a PNB branch or ATM. Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. As tonight, the Rams will have the football first. And, Hank, I know like you, or like me, you're probably excited if there wasn't a fumble and subsequent touchdown.
And that's just been the name of the game for Mount Vernon this year. They've just consistently shot themselves in the foot. Costly turnovers and penalties also been an issue.
Gun tee offense for the Rams. They will send Nolan Mast to the right side, tight left. Single back for the quarterback, C.J. Hughes-Disrow, as his back is Staples. They were right. Now they'll load left, and we're going to have a flag. Welp. The pink smoke will clear from the student section. Again, it is pink out night. Time to pull out all the bells and whistles, as this is WMIX-FM Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. And much to many's surprise, this will be an offsides penalty on the Granite City Warriors. It'll be 1st and 5 for the Rams from the 27-yard line.
He had to be lined up in the neutral zone, I guess, because it hadn't even snapped the ball. They weren't even lined up yet.
There's things I do not understand, and that would happen to be one of them. We'll have a full look at all things fall sports coming up in our halftime show. Plenty of football to be played, including the first play from scrimmage. Loaded up left, 2 to the right here for the quarterback, Hughes-Disrow, with Staples in motion. It'll be a sweep for Jay Sean, and he will break to the far hash. Now looks to cut back past the 35, looking for the 40, but gets to the 39. That's going to be first down yardage on a gain of about 12 for Jay Sean Staples on the ground.
Going to see a steady diet of Staples and Rudolph early. I don't expect nothing fancy. They're going to get it to their playmakers.
Offering insurance coverage to protect what's most important to you. Call Josh Finley with Country Financial, 618-242-4024. Congratulations, Xander Ashby and the Mount Vernon Rams golf team. They won the regional. Xander won individually. He was the regional medalist, regional champ, and he is currently at state. He qualified for state, shot a 78 today. That means he'll see tomorrow up there in Normal. Congratulations to the Rams golf team and Xander Ashby. Out of the gun here, it's going to be a quarterback keeper for CJ, and he will run off tackles shy of the 45 to about the 43. That's going to be a gain of 3. All right. 2 carries for 15 yards as a team, and the Rams have 2nd and about 7 to go.
We got another Mount Vernon Ram Hall of Famer up in the booth here, Mr. Chris Bernard.
He and his King City Cards folks announced the next sports card show will be Saturday, November the 15th at the Roland Lewis building, by the way. That's quite the event. This is also quite the event as the Rams will get another run here. Still on his feet, Staples. There's a flag in the backfield. 30, 25, 20, near hash to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. That'll be a 57-yard touchdown unless this penalty is on the Rams. You can sound that train horn, but I'm not so sure that we'll be sounding it for long, as this could be a holding penalty on Mount Vernon. It is.
It's kind of the story of the season right there. That's probably the 4th or 5th touchdown called back due to a penalty.
Sure seems to be. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon All-State agent. Give Paul a call for your next quote, 618-241-0551. You can find Paul in the 2100 block of Broadway. As right now, 10:32 remaining in the first quarter. We're scoreless here at Ken Hunt Stadium. Pink out night. Granite City in town. The Rams in their home blacks with pink lettering and numerics. Granite City in their away whites. They have, looks like a drop shadow, red numeric with that black drop shadow and glossy red helmets. Granite City, I believe, across the fronts. Or Warriors. I can't see that far. It's a small font. Maybe about size 10. Bolded, it looks like. Anyhow, the Rams out of the gun. Single back, 2 to the right, tight left, with a wing back on 2nd and 17. It's going to be reverse. There's Rudolph on the run to the midfield. Now to the 45-40. He may go to the 30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Near corner of the end zone for the touchdown. And that's going to be 67 yards for Chris Rudolph. And the Rams are up 6-0.
No flag, and Rudolph steals a touchdown from his buddy Staples.
The old vulture.
Fantasy football, that would have you...
Oh, there's nothing worse.
But I think that's a sign of things to come in this game.
That was a 12.7-point carry for Chris Rudolph.
There is a flag down here. That's got to be after the play.
I hope so. It's going to be on the Rams. Touchdown's good. And
some sort of celebration flag.
I really thought that was somewhat tame, but I'm not the one wearing a hat.
I'm choosing my words carefully here. We don't need 35 flags in this game.
Looks like we have pink flag on one side of the field. Okay, it's pink out night. I appreciate the participation, but I wish they would all have the same color of flag.
Yeah, I don't care for that one bit.
So, yeah. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth, and, of course, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to have a long-standing tradition of superior orthopedic care, treating thousands of patients from the Southern Illinois region and beyond. I had 3 texts come in at the same time asking the same question, and the answer is yes. Just the easiest way to deal with that.
Well, the kick was good initially. If Mount Vernon wants to decline, shouldn't the point be good? And let's move on. We're going to be here till midnight at this rate.
And that is not the goal for anybody. Even Granite City mentioned. Let's make this a quick one. So as we wait the PAT after the 67-yard touchdown run by Rudolph, the kick is up for a second time. It's through a second time, and it's 7-0 for a second time as the Rams get a 7-0 lead with the PAT from Truman Carnine. Good start for the home team.
We'll see this Rams defense take the field, and I'm pretty excited to see what they do the next couple of weeks. They look to be an improving unit. I'm just looking through the roster, quite a few sophomores on that defense. So maybe something to look forward to next couple of years.
Could be. Certainly rooting for it as 10:02 left here in the first quarter. It is 7-0 Rams. Again, a 67-yard kickoff, or not a kickoff. What are you doing, Yuko? 67-yard run and subsequent Carnine kick is the score so far.
Yeah, 57-yard touchdown run called by Staples, called back due to penalty. The very next play, Rudolph, 67 to the house.
There you go. And that's our Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter on a Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown. My apologies, Robbie and company. I got to remember it's an SI Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown every time somebody gets into the end zone. Helpful for you to know as well. We appreciate the support of Robbie Tate and the folks at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply. 10:02 left. We're in the first quarter, practically just underway. There's just been so many penalties so far. By so many, I mean about 3, maybe 4.
And they're marking off the celebration penalty to be marked here on the kickoff. So Mount Vernon be kicking off from their own 25.
7-0 score. Rams on top here. Now they kick off. We'll get a look at the Granite City offense for the first time tonight, as well as the Ram defense that we'll get to know, courtesy of Hall Insurance Group. Log on to hallinsgroup.com. Get a quote fast. Hall Insurance Group of Mount Vernon. See if we can get them in. Well, I guess we have time now, the way this kickoff's going. A judgment call.
All right. Defensive back middle will be Crowder, Jamarian Peterson, Staples, Hopkins, the linebackers, Simmons, Exodus Thomas, Titan Whitfield, Tylen Davis, Kylan Brown, Lazarian Roberson. And I'm missing one, and I'll get him.
As we get the kickoff here, and it will be all the way back as he's running backward and dropped, and now it's going to be about the 5, now to the 3-yard line, finally picked up by the Granite City return man as he'll get to the near hash, not quite. He'll be stopped at the 10, and that was just a tough way to go for the Granite City Warriors to start. I did not get a good look at the return man. I thought it might be Bo Roberts, but I don't know how many threes I saw. Could have been Eli Miller.
But I can tell you who made the tackle. That was Jamarian Peterson. Very good open field tackle. Totally misplayed by the Granite City kick returner.
Let's see this line battle here. 9:53 left in the first. 7-0 Rams on top as the Warriors will take the field like to run out of the gun. We've seen it. Or at least I have. I've seen some of the film. They're a little sluggish on that line, on that front. So this will be a good opportunity for the Rams to use that speed, see if they can come up with some stops as they will go, looks like trips right, 1 left. Single back set out of the gun here for the Warriors on their own 10-yard line on 1st and 10, their first drive of the night.
And Ethan Kirby is a defensive lineman I missed.
There we go. Quick snap, and it's going to be a pass off a screen, and the only screen there was the one that allowed the Ram defender to get through, and that's going to fall incomplete. Adelano is the quarterback here, Jesus Adelano for the Warriors. Ryan Brokaw, typically their feature back. Of course, that pass was intended, I believe, for Kason Emerson, number 1. In other news, I think Brokaw may have left the field, unless that's Ford. Trying to read the numbers isn't always the easiest. No, Brokaw's still out on the field.
That's the main offensive threat for the Warriors.
They'll go 2 backs here out of the gun. Receiver right, receiver left with the man in motion. The handoff, nope, going to be play action. The quarterback will keep it, and he will be brought down shy of a gain of about 4, maybe 5, near the 15, maybe the 14. And nope, that spot's going to go backward. Going to go to about the 12, so it'll be a gain of 2 for Jesus Adelano. So they'll say long one. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 11.5 with 9:25 remaining here in the first quarter. Oh, boy. Look at just some scores from around the area tonight, presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Find them online, TonyWilt.com. Look for that red State Farm Jeep around town. Cester beat Edwards County on the road last night, 54-7. On 3rd and 9 from the 12, this will be a snap to the quarterback out of the gun, looking to throw into the backfield off a screen pass, and that's going to be to Eli Miller, I believe, caught, maybe for a loss.
I believe a loss of 2 on the play.
Miller's a guy who can do it all. I think he punts, mainly a receiver, but does get some carries.
He's probably staying busy with the punting duties.
Rams will send their hands team out there as they'll get Nolan Mast back to return.
He'll catch it. I can promise you that.
On 4th and 10 from the 10. So they're at the original line of scrimmage here as we wait for the punt, assuming no trickery. All the way back at the goal line, this punt will not go too deep. And it'll take a Granite City bounce, and Mast has ideas of trying to return it, and we jinxed him as he almost fumbled it, but he fumbled it out of bounds.
That's probably the first maybe questionable decision he's ever made.
Yeah.
Well, his parents may tell me different, but
so it'll go out of bounds around the 26 or 27-yard line where the Rams will have it 1st and 10. All the action presented by People's National Bank. Looking for a bank that truly cares, People's National Bank offers exceptional customer service and innovative solutions. Discover more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Early score, Collinsville opens up with the touchdowns. They lead Marion 7-0.
Interesting. A scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Out of the gun here, single back, receiver all the way left, 1 to the right. It's Mast and Nesbitt respectively. Snap, no problem. It's going to be a handoff to Staples. Finds some running room, gets into a gap. He's at the 20, inside it to the 15, 10, 5. Fights off a defender, gets into the end zone.
Wow.
For the touchdown. 27-yard touchdown run. Jay Sean Staples.
Broke 4 tackles. What a powerful run.
What a great one. 27-yard touchdown run for Jay Sean Staples. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Just bounced around, bounced everywhere. And just like that, the Rams on top 13-0 here with the point after attempt pending. Uh-oh, tough snap, kick. This is trouble. We don't see this often. Griever is usually sure-handed, and that'll be no good. It's 13-0.
Well, that's the first time we've seen that all year long, I think, on the bungled exchange. It's just maybe this is a game where Mount Vernon can get away with it.
We'll find out. 8:11 left here in this first quarter as the Rams will kick off. You watch the cheerleaders do their push-ups. 13-zip the score after a failed PAT, and we'll get another look at that offense.
And we got Mount Vernon at 109 rushing yards already, and we're roughly 4 minutes into the game. So they're going to have a big night on the ground, at least in the first half.
Another Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown. Of course, SI Tile and Carpet Supply is at 513 South 10th Street in Mount Vernon.
Got an early score from Centralia. It's 8-0 Cahokia as they score early, and they generally go for two every time, as we saw last week.
Score updates furnished by Tony Wiltz, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. 8:11 here. It's 13-zip Rams in the first quarter as we await the kickoff. As we await for it here, Truman Carnine on to kickoff. Far man is Jeremiah Lewis on the return. Looks like the near man might be Jeremiah Ford. So a couple of Jeremiahs at the 8:11 mark of this first quarter. 13-0 Rams on top. Here's the kick. A boomer by the four-star kicker toward the end zone. It'll go in. It'll be a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 here for Granite City. Not quite the defensive start that they had last time. They got them all the way back to the 10. Of course, some issues on the return for GC at that point. But this time a touchback. It'll be 10 more yards. We'll see if the Rams defense can come up with another big stop.
And this game's starting just how we thought it might, and it's what Mount Vernon needs to do. Get out and get a big halftime lead and hopefully be able to rest a couple guys for next week.
It'll be the Rams and Orphans next Friday night on 94.1 WMIX and the free Section 618.com app. No video from Centralia. Of course, that's never been something we've been able to do except for limited times in postseason play. All right. Here comes a handoff, and quickly into the backfield, Adrian Reimer and company. I see Davius Barnes, and maybe finished off by Jackson Simmons, the ball carrier that time. Looked like Brokaw. Nope, that was Eli Miller. Pardon me. And that'll be a loss of about 4, maybe 5.
Almost looked like Mount Vernon knew what play they were going to run.
So it'll be 2nd and 14 here for the Warriors. Ball on the 16-yard line with 7:42 remaining in the first quarter. 13-0. Rams on top. They'll come out of – nope, they'll be under center. Tailback, a receiver right. Pitch is going to go to the right side to Miller, trying to get those yards back, and he does. He got maybe 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8. So he's in positive yardage now for the night. And so 7:14 mark of this first quarter. It'll be 3rd and 8. Granite City trailing 13-0.
I'm going to give him 7 on the carry.
Okay, that's fair. Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. Breakfast all day, crispy fried chicken daily, fish Friday, Saturday steaks and crawfish, and home-style Sunday dinners. Open 7 days a week, 6 to 8 at the Mount Vernon Outland Airport or the OG in Bonnie. And we're going to have a timeout for Planet Granite. Something developed that Coach Rustio did not like, and the end result is going to be an SSM Health Good Samaritan Hospital timeout. For high-quality, nationally accredited cancer care treatment close to home, choose SSM Health, the Sisters of St. Mary's. So there we go. 6:53 left, first quarter. It is 13-0 Rams. Hank Evans, and for this Ram team, it started the way they needed for it to.
Yeah, this is going to be a get-right game. Mount Vernon, a frustrating performance last week. Not a terrible performance. Terrible on the scoreboard. They're going to take it out on Granite City, especially here in the first half. I think the second half, if everything goes according to plan, you might get some different guys in the game.
It'll be a true test of my knowledge of the roster. And I look forward to that
If we
test.
have to kill time, we could maybe tell Chris Bernard stories, or we can.
He disappeared.
He's everywhere.
Gone. I mean, you never know. you do not.
He can be a wild card.
He was up here, and then he's gone. All right. Out of the gun. It looks like an empty backfield. Trips right, Twins left. Here for the Granite City Warriors. High snap, no problem. Exodus Thomas gives chase. It'll be underthrown. There is a flag, and it's going to be complete to that right side for about no gain to, it looks like, Dexter McClendon. Let's see where the spot goes. They're going to actually give him a couple. No, they're not. Nope. The down marker went back.
Should be a holding.
Might be one.
Be a holding on Granite City. That's going to wipe out the pass.
Looks like the penalty is declined, so it'll be a catch of 1 yard for McClendon.
I like it.
I do too. It's 4th and 8. Mast on to return for the Rams. Different punter now for the Warriors, it would appear. Trayvon King, so beware trickery. 6:44 to play, first quarter, 13-0. Rams on top, 4th and 8 for the Warriors from their own 22-yard line after a 1-yard pass, or something to that effect. It'll be another punt coming to the near side, 40-yard line. Will bounce to the 44 and out of bounds. So we'll see if they spot 43 or 44, and it'll be first down for the Rams here. 6:36 left in the opening quarter. Your local source for plumbing wholesale supplies is Mount Vernon Wind Supply. Plus, they have a full bath and kitchen design center to bring your dream space to life. Serving Southern Illinois with quality products, expert advice, and friendly service. Mount Vernon Wind Supply, new sponsors this season on Rams Athletics. Glad to have them. And glad to have you on 94.1 WMIX. Those of you listening on the free Section 618.com app or watching us on the WMIX Sports YouTube tonight. 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon. Ball on the near hash on their own 40, actually on the Granite City 43-yard line. Out of the gun for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. His back is Staples. 2 receivers left. A wingback on the right is Rudolph, and this is going to be play action. Rolling to the left side, looking downfield. There's a flag. That's going to be a heave to Nesbitt at about the 14. He'll catch it, dart between the hashes into the end zone. There's a flag, but for right now, it's a 43-yard touchdown pass to Zay Nesbitt.
It's coming back. I'm afraid these officials are getting paid by the flag, or think they are.
Heck of a pass, heck of a catch. All for naught. So, this will come back. .26 remaining here in the first quarter. 1st and 20 for the Rams. It'll go all the way back to their own 47-yard line, and a mammoth touchdown pass comes off of the board for the Mount Vernon Rams. Similar personnel, except the receiver, Zay Nesbitt, will go to the right side this time. Out of the gun. Disrow, play action, going to roll to the left side, going to keep it himself, looking for a block out of Mast. He gets to the 40-yard line. To the 25, 20, 15, 10, on his feet into the end zone, but I hear a whistle blow, and they're going to say he stepped out at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go 36 yards on the carry. Is it?
I like it. So it'll be a first down at least for the Rams.
Granite City looks like an 0-6 team.
Unfortunately. When you're a softy like I am, so kind of your heart goes out to, and
they're just not very good.
It happens. It happens. Always been treated very well every time we've gone over there, and was hoping one day for it to be a conference matchup, but that merger just kind of fell through the cracks.
Not going to happen yet, at least.
1st and 10 from the 17-yard line on the near hash. They're in Planet Granite territory for C.J. Hughes-Disrow, and play action again. Going to the right side this time. Now to the 20-15, downfield through the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. He still had plenty of room to run and throw the ball because he was behind the line of scrimmage when he let go. 6:08 left here in the first. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Rams. Oh, boy. Michael Croce and Edward Jones cares about your investments, including your time and patience. That's why Michael is a proud sponsor of the Mount Vernon Rams. Invest in your future with Michael Croce and Edward Jones.
It's a little bit of a slow-moving game so far. Would you agree?
Very much so. 2nd and 10 from the 17. 6:08 left here in the first quarter. 13-zip is your score. Double backs here out of the gun for CJ, and he will hand off to Staples. He's brought down by his neck. There should be a penalty there.
Yeah.
It'll get him to the 15, gain of 2 plus 15. 10, 5, I don't know at this point. It'll be a face mask. I thought it was going to be a horse collar, but
well, we could see it from up here. That's how obvious it was.
Well, half a distance penalty.
Been a lot of penalties.
There's been a lot tonight. For a game that has the potential to move very quickly, it's moving rather slowly. Hope somebody loads up on Tide Pods tonight because there's been a lot of laundry. So it'll move to the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. No, well, the down and distance marker don't say anything. It's going to be Rudolph going to the far corner of the end zone for the score. 10-yard touchdown for Chris Rudolph, his 2nd of the night. And the Rams will take a 19-0 lead. So there's going to be another celebration penalty here on the Rams.
Can you not even high five?
Can't do anything.
Mercy.
Well, I am speechless.
I want to say some things, but I can't.
I can't be speechless is the problem. I'm not upset with anybody, nothing like that. It's just, So 19-0, Truman Carnine on for the point after attempt, 5:50 left in the first. Off the edge came Granite City, but through the uprights went the football, and it's 20-0 after Carnine gets the kick at the 5:50 mark of the first quarter.
All that said, Mount Vernon doing exactly what they need to do. They're taking total control of this game. They're much better. And this game's going to be over most likely midway through the second quarter.
Well, if you picked Chris on your fantasy team, he's having a pretty good night.
And
he might put up a 30-burger.
Mount Vernon's had 2 touchdowns called back by penalties.
Yes.
So it's they're moving the ball at will.
Rudolph tonight, of course, 2 carries, both touchdowns for 77 yards unofficially. So about 20.7 fantasy points tonight for Chris Rudolph. Having a pretty good night. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. Jinx back to the Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow working the camera for the WMIX Sports YouTube. 5:50 left here in the first quarter. 20-0 score. The Rams will kick off and give Granite City their 3rd look at a drive tonight. We'll see how this one goes. Thus far, the offense has not been where it needs to be for the Warriors.
6 yards of offense for Granite City so far in their 2 drives.
As we await kickoff. I think one of the officials may have been explaining to Rudolph what he's been doing. In which case, that's good. Maybe not, though. I can't assume the conversation. I'm just looking for something to talk about. Trying to fill time, as they call it in the business. 5:50 left first quarter. 20-0 Rams on top here.
I just don't see much worthy. I didn't see anything excessive, but
Jermaine with the return here as he will get to the 40-yard line on the near side, and I don't know where I even got that name.
Jeremiah Lewis.
Yes,
on
Lewis.
Return.
Goodness gracious, Hugo. Act like you've been there before. 40-yard line, he'll go. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Goodness. So we'll officially be at the 40 for 1st and 10 for the Warriors here. Let's see what they can put together offensively. Jesus Atalano. The quarterback out of the gun primarily.
He's thrown for around 400 yards this season.
Brokaw the back, and he'll send trips right, 1 to the left, out of the gun. 5:43 left first quarter, 1st and 10. His team trailing 20-0. There's a snap well executed. The Rams get through, and that's going to be Jackson Simmons on the sack. A loss will take him back beyond the 35 to about the 34. they're going to say Reimer with the sack. I thought that was Simmons that got through. My
it was
apologies.
87 it looked like, but it was a whole several of them. Granite City just can't block anybody. I mean, that Mount Vernon defensive line's in the backfield instantly.
My apologies to Reimer. Heck of a way to get through the line and get the sack. 8-yard loss for the Warriors. 2nd and 18 now. 5:13 mark. First quarter, 20-0. The Ram lead. First quarter action presented by People's National Bank. PNB, you're never far away from a PNB ATM or branch. PeoplesNationalBank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Under center, the quarterback, and it's going to be a pitch to the right side. Trouble there. Trying to bounce off the edge, and it's going to be a tackle. Well, I thought it was going to be a tackle for loss. Looks like it might be a gain of 1 or 2 for the ball carrier. For Eli Miller, who got maybe a couple on the play. It'll be 3rd down and long.
A little surprised I haven't seen much of Brokaw.
Nope. Well, I thought he had walked off the field earlier. Then I thought he was back, and it's tough. Again, I'm sorry. It's tough to read the numbers for me. I do like the bright pink for the Rams here on Pink Out Night, though. I didn't like them at first, but now that I've adjusted, they're so easy to read. 3rd and 18 now for the Warriors. Ball on the 32-yard line. Far hash spot. 4:50 mark of this first quarter. 20-0 Rams. They're up 3 touchdowns. Missed an extra point opportunity on a issue on the hold, and we're going to have a timeout. That was a play that was getting ready to break totally, and then we're going to have to draw some in the dirt if they got that ball snap. Is a good time to call a timeout. SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, from routine care to the most advanced. Get the care you need at SSM Health.
Got a couple score updates. Cahokia
Let's go.
is stretched out to a 16-0 lead. East St. Louis 14-0 over Belleville East. Altoff 8, Mount Carmel 6.
Scores presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Find them online, TonyWilt.com. Look for that red State Farm Jeep around town. Saw it at the office earlier when I drove by.
And Marion has tied the game up with Collinsville 7 apiece.
3rd and 18 for Granite City coming out of the SSM Health timeout. Actually, I had a doctor's appointment today, and we spent most of it talking about high school football.
It's hard to believe it's week 7.
Yeah, we talked about some of the great quarterbacks around. Callahan Roper, Archie Guai, among others. Not Matt Poole, however. He's not a QB, but he is behind us. As on 3rd and 18, it'll be a broken play, and it'll be a false start. So I'm pushing back 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 23, according to my calculations.
Yeah, it's Granite City. If they've been saving their big play, this is a good time to use it. I don't think they have one. They also don't have a first down.
So 3rd and 23 situation. Ball on the 27-yard line. 4:40 left first quarter. 20-0 score. Rams on top. They'll send 2 left, 2 right. Single back out of the gun here for Adelano, the quarterback. They'll send him guy in motion to the right. Throw is going to be a slant play over the top. Peterson over the top trying to defend. It looked like he might have caught it. Heck of a catch near midfield to the 49, and that's going to be a 22-yard grab.
That's Case and Emerson,
yeah.
number 1. What a play. Hey.
So it'll be 4th and 1, however. Now they're moving the chains. Down marker has 4 on it. Should be 4th and 1. There we go. So with 4:05 left, it'll be 4th and short here for Granite City. See if they go with here out of the gun. Twins on each side. Single back to the right of the quarterback, Adelano. Rams will stack that box. Look to pressure here on 4th and 1 for the 49. Still in Granite City territory on 4th down. And they will break through. They'll have a man. They'll complete the pass in the backfield. And after all of that, it'll be short. It'll be a loss of 2. It'll be a turnover on downs. I believe the pass is complete to Miller. Well, how do you like that?
You know, one thing I'll say about Granite City, the quarterback does have a big arm.
He does.
Jesus Adelano, they just can't block for him, so he's often running for his life. But if he gets time to throw it, he can pitch it.
How do you like that? You have an all-world catch for 20-something yards, and it gets you 4th and 1, and then your best.
Can't get a yard.
We've been there. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball on the Granite City 47-yard line as they'll take over with 3:37 remaining here in this first quarter. So the Ram offense will take the field here for first down. It'll be C.J. Hughes-Disrow, the quarterback, with 17 on the play clock. Staples onto the field. They'll have two receivers, Wright, Mast and Nesbitt.
Looks like Ryder Rhodes in the game on offense.
First and 10 out of the gun here. 3:37 to play, first quarter. There's a snap, two-step drop. Going to be a heave down the right sideline. Looking for Mast. Caught in stride at the 20 to the 10. 55, touchdown. 47-yard touchdown pass. And the catch is good by Nolan Mast. He'll take 6 points, put him on the board. It's 26-0 Rams.
Mast had about 3 steps on the defender, and if that ball was anywhere close, that was going to be a touchdown. As Mast is as sure-handed as Mount Vernon has.
Rams lead 26-0 here, 3:29 mark of this first quarter. Their fourth Southern Illinois Talent Carpet Supply touchdown of this first quarter. There's the kick. It is good. It is 27-0. All right. So, 27-0 Rams on top. How do you like that?
We could have a running clock situation in the second half.
We
Mount
might.
Vernon definitely doing what they need to do.
All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank. You can bank with confidence at PNB with a range of services and dedicated support. They're here to help you every step of the way. Learn more at peoplesnationalbank.com. 3:29 remaining here in this first quarter. It's the 27-0 lead for the Rams. Off to a great start.
Collinsville leads Marion 14-7.
Another Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard for you as we await the kickoff here from Truman Carnine, and we'll get another look at this Granite City offense. .329 remaining here in the first. 27-0 is your score.
A lot of laughter in this booth. This game's a bit of a laugher.
As now off the hop picks up the return to the 20-something yard line as there will be a flag. That's what I was focused on, was the flag. It looks like the ball went to about the 24. Jeremiah Lewis on the return here for the Warriors, and it looks like this penalty is going to be on the Rams.
Looks like it'd be a face mask, tack on 15.
That'll give yardage here with 3:23 remaining in this first quarter. Appreciate the support of Casa Raya. Don't forget to find Casa Raya, easily located 3106 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or find them on DoorDash, where they have great food, great atmosphere, great drinks, and exceptional service again there on Broadway.
Looks like the Orphans stepping up in class tonight's not going well. 24-0 Cahokia.
I feel like from what I've seen on film, Cahokia tends to play up to their or down to their level of competition.
Yeah,
as they feel.
I didn't feel like they played great last week.
No. First and 10 here from the 29, out of the gun, single back, twins left, twins right. Radilano, the quarterback, looking downfield and now going to make a break for it. Good block there, and he will be leveled.
That's going to be a helmet-to-helmet probably. That could be ejection possibly.
That was a hard hit, and he is down. We hope he's okay at this point. Something flew. I don't know if it was a mouthpiece or slow to get up. He may have been in the process of sliding, but there's going to be a penalty here, and Granite City coaching staff is not happy. Let's see what's going to happen here. A lot of celebrating from Mount Vernon, not understanding what could be at play. With 3:16 left in the first, and that was a quarterback keeper for first down yardage, at least close to it. Officials are talking it over there.
There's very possibly could be an ejection.
3:16 left here in the first. 27-zip Rams. If you've just tuned in, we're waiting to see what's happening. As we'll have a timeout called by the Rams.
Officials still discussing. They have not signaled anything yet as far as the penalty. It's going to be on Mount Vernon.
SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital timeout. Advanced care close to home in the King City. 3:16 left of the first quarter, 27-0 the score. Mount Vernon on top of Granite City, and the officials are deliberating. It's a consortium at about the 35-yard line trying to figure out the right way to execute the flags here and the penalties following the flags, I should say. As I believe the tackle was made.
I think it was Barnes.
Okay.
I think. Number 3, I thought.
I am not watching by my usual means. Oh, I can still go back. No, I don't know. So Granite City's offense back onto the field. They have one timeout remaining here for the rest of the first half. The Rams just burned their first timeout of the half.
We're working on this 45 minutes in this quarter, and we still got, boys, make up your mind one way or the other.
Steve McCoy on the field.
It is a big hit on the play. It's definitely going to be a foul on Mount Vernon. They're probably deciding whether to eject or not.
So coaching staffs are on the field. They're backing up the Rams defense.
And the mouth guard looked like it went flying, so it tells you the hit was maybe to the head area. Come on, boys.
27-0 score. Rams have scored 4 times here in the first quarter. Three runs, 1 catch. Rudolph has 2 of the touchdowns. Staples has 1. Mast has the most recent. 3:16 left here in the first quarter. The officials are still discussing. Well, I don't know what to tell anybody at this point.
I got a 6:45 a.m. flight.
I know.
We got to get this thing going.
You might be leaving from here.
Yeah.
3:16 left first quarter. We're still debating and going over what's going on. They want McCoy to back up. They're currently talking to Granite City's head coach, who's not happy. This is a train wreck, if we're all things honest right now. It's nothing against anybody. So we do have the personal foul penalty on the Rams. And that looks like that's going to be it.
And Granite City coach is very upset.
He should be.
Yeah.
I'm
very
just
surprised.
being transparent and honest here. Nothing against our kids, nothing against anybody, nothing against the officiating.
But you see at all levels. Anything
Yes.
around that neck area or head, it's just usually an ejection.
So 3:16 left. It'll go all the way to the Rams' 49-yard line between the hashes. So at least now we have an idea. We know it's a personal foul. We know it's a 15-yard penalty, and we know it's at the 49-yard line in Rams territory. No ejection, it would appear. The officials are done with their conversations with both coaches.
Let's get this game going here.
Just maybe we'll have a play. Out of the gun, twins left, twins right. Adelano, the quarterback. Looks like Miller is in the backfield. They'll have to pick up the final piece of laundry and make sure we're ready for play. They'll start the play clock at some point this century once they give the signal. Nope. Still waiting.
The discussions on the Granite City sideline.
Yes.
Their head coach, he's very upset, and at some point, got to move on.
3:16 to play here in the first quarter. Now the play clock starts. 1st and 10 at the 49 for the Warriors, moving right to left. As we await the snap out of the gun, single back flanks the quarterback to the right. Rams will stack that box, and let's see. 1st and 10, there it goes. There's some pressure. They slip through. Quick throw. It'll be complete. Forward progress to the 46. It'll be a gain of 3. I believe McClendon the catch. Nope, Lewis. Why can't I read numbers? .252 left now in the first quarter. Clock rolls. Thank goodness. 2nd and 7 now for the Warriors here from the 46-yard line. They're between the hashes. Signs of life on the field. On 2nd and 7 from the Mount Vernon 46-yard line, and we will have a Granite City substitution as James Johnson is into the game. They'll go under center here. Single back, man in motion, and it is going to be a carry. Looked like maybe a counter. I'm not sure. I don't think they were either. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1 by the ball carrier.
That's McClendon.
It'll be 3rd and about 8 now for Granite City. 2:12 left in the first. Still 27-0 your score, presented by People's National Bank. We appreciate the support of all of our great sponsors here. 94.1 WMIX, the free Section 618 app, and you can watch us live on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel here tonight. So they will sub out Johnson with 1:52 left. 15 on the play clock here. We're in the first quarter. 3rd and 8 from the 47-yard line. They're in Ram territory on the near hash. They have Jeremiah Ford split left. 1 split to the right. Actually, they'll move a man to the left slot here and out of the gun, dropping back. Ooh, Adelano able to get loose, and he's able to drop one off on the near sideline and to the 25.
Just a couple
will
flags.
Go. Okay, there are some flags. I swore I had 24 on my roster earlier. Now I don't. I don't know.
That's 4.
Oh, it's 4 anyway, so we're fine. McClendon. What's this flag going to be? So the Warriors will have that pass taken away. And it'll be a holding penalty. 1:28 left, first quarter. 27-zip the score. Granite City Warriors trailing here with the football.
I've got 10 accepted penalties, and we're still 1 combined. We're still a minute and a half left in the first quarter.
So 3rd and 8 will turn into 3rd and forever here. 3rd and 18 from the looks of it. Then we'll go back to the opposing 43-yard line.
This has been something, Chris.
It has indeed. It's been quite the experience.
Yeah.
Both in the booth and on the field with 1:28 left here in this first quarter. 3rd and 18 for the Warriors. Ball on their own 43-yard line after the holding penalty, and they will still be out of the gun. 2 right, 1 left. Oh, goodness. Adelano out of the gun. Man in motion. High snap. He's able to corral and tip it back to himself. This could be a tough play. And then Davius Barnes and another Ram are able to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a pass for nothing.
That was Lazarian Roberson helping out.
So Lewis on that one. For a gain of 0. It'll be 4th and 18 now with 1:10 left here in this first quarter. Fourth and 18 from the 43-yard line in Granite City territory as the Warriors would appear to punt.
They better just punt before their quarterback gets hurt. I actually think he's got a pretty good arm. He just doesn't get any time to throw.
What is going on? Okay. I thought it was just now 1st down or 4th down.
There's a lot of confusion, to put it mildly.
So they say it's already a turnover on downs with 1:11 left. Our apologies. It's a
little helter-skelter game here.
I mean, they clearly had 3rd down on the down marker. Whatever. Out of the gun, Rams football, 1st and 10 from the Granite City 43-yard line. C.J. Hughes-Disrow going to give to Jay Sean. He'll go right up the middle. Untouched. He might go to the 20, 15, 10, 5, 43 yards for Jay Sean Staples. It's 33-0. Okay, then.
Second touchdown for Staples, 2 for Rudolph, 1 for Mast, and we're still in the plenty of time left in the first quarter.
1:03 left after the SI Talent Carpet Supply touchdown for Staples. This time, I believe, 43 yards.
I got him 4 carries, 84 yards, and a pair of scores.
Kick up, and good. It's 34-zip as Carnine makes another one. Well, your thoughts on the game so far?
We got some more action down here as we're about to have a fight. So we got a bunch of flags, and we'll be lucky to get this first half over by 9 o'clock.
So with 1:03 left here in the first quarter, 34-0, not 43. 34-0. We have some flags after that kerfluffle. That'll be on the Rams. Offsetting.
All right, let's kick this ball off and get her moving here.
So what we got now? All right. 1:03 left. First quarter, 34-0 Rams after the touchdown. And I think they've got it all sorted out there on the field and maybe have gotten everything all straightened out.
I believe Mount Vernon called a timeout. And I can tell you what's going on
Oh,
here.
okay.
Steve McCoy, acting head coach. He's tired of all this stuff after the whistle. Any of the extracurriculars, he's putting a stop to it right now.
Bill's looking up here. That can't be good.
Yeah. That's what that was right there. Enough of that.
Yeah, like if you want to go home tonight,
yeah,
stop. Yeah. Another SI Talent Carpet Supply touchdown for Jay Sean Staples. And if you're wondering if that was the Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter, no, because we're still in the first with about 1:03 to play. Moving at about a snail's pace.
Been a long quarter, Chris.
Oh, it has.
Some of the people in the booth, they're entertaining themselves. There's jokes being told, all kinds of mischief, but we got to stay on point.
Not easy to do. All right, let's see who we got back to return. Dexter McClendon will be the far man on the near side. Looks like it's Jeremiah Ford, number 8, as Truman Carnine will kick off with 1:03 to play. We're in the first quarter, 34-zip score. Just takes 40 to get that running clock here in the
I believe there's
second
another
half.
flag on the.
Oh, boy. So, we'll have a conversation with the far sideline.
Another animated conversation from the Granite City coach. But the important thing is these are teenagers, and they have curfews. And we may hit curfew by halftime.
We may hit some things for sure. .34-zip score, 1:03 left here in this first quarter of play at Ken Hunt Stadium on Pink Out Night. It looks like somebody has been ejected, perhaps, from Granite City. That's a text from down low. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, there's a flag over there, and he's.
We'll get you the info as we can. For those of you watching at home, for those of you listening on the radio,
There just ain't much going on right now, except.
No. You have my apologies on not knowing what's going on because we don't know what's going on, and It's just been all sorts of confusing as I do see a player walking off with a coach. Can only assume that maybe that's what it is, or he's just getting a talking to. Shouldn't assume. I apologize. Well, maybe not. Well, the sooner we get back to the action, the better off this game will be.
It's going to be a penalty marked off Granite City.
And 1 minute, 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. 34-zip score. So we await kickoff here. It'll move all the way up to the opposing 45-yard line. And
he may go through the uprights here.
Should get points if he does. He'll be out the back of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 here with a touchback. What we got here? Another flag.
Another flag here. The boys in stripes are going to need Tommy John probably after this first quarter. They're going to be in slings the second half.
Of course, after one, you may have already read this. My apologies if you have. The Hoke leads Centralia 24-zip.
And 21-7 Collinsville over Marion. That's your South 7 action. I thought Collinsville had more talent than maybe their stats showed. Or maybe Marion's just not as good as they were supposed to be.
They've struggled.
Yeah. Especially defensively, looks to be.
This is just unfreaking believable. 1st and 10. After a penalty, moves it back. After the a hold on the return, even though there was no return. I have no idea. I'm just making things up, obviously, at this point.
I like this. The clock's running right now.
So 1st and 10, clock running. We're up at the 10-yard line. Pass will come to the near side, and that one looked like it might have been dropped. It was, or was it a football move and a fumble? It's going to be incomplete. That was intended for number 1, Emerson. I've lost my Granite City stat sheet. There it is. So 40.7 seconds remain in the first quarter, 2nd and 10.
And there's another update. 21-15 now, Collinsville over Marion. Marion just scored.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Granite City Warriors. I'm going to restart that. 2nd and 10 now for the Granite City Warriors. 40.7 seconds remain in this first quarter. It's 34-0 Rams. They will go under center here, deep tailback with a man in motion, and it's going to be just a run right up the middle. Trying to get past the tacklers. Barnes will bring him down at about the 20-yard line. Gain of 10. If they give him the proper spot, it should be a first down with a half minute left here in the first. And it will be a 10-yard gain. Lewis on the carry.
It's a second first down for the Warriors.
28 seconds remain. First quarter, 34-zip. Of course, it goes back to earlier in the quarter when they had that great catch for 22 yards and it brought up 4th and 1, and they passed for a loss of 2, and that's just kind of how this game's going for Granite City. 10 seconds remain in the quarter. And it's going to be a reverse fumble in the backfield. That's going to be a heck of a loss, and we have flags. With 2.4 seconds left in the quarter, that's going to go all the way back to the 15 for a loss of 5. I believe maybe they're waving it off, so it will be a loss of about 4 or 5. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, Mount Vernon 34, Granite City nothing. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
Looking for convenient banking with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon. Delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe inside the Mount Vernon Airport or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition on the free Section 618 app, powered by Paul Shields Allstate Insurance. Now, back to Rams football.
Second quarter we go. About an hour after the fact, the start of this game, we go to the second quarter, 34-0. Granite City trailing the Mount Vernon Rams. They have the football, 2nd and 10. Or 2nd and 15 from their own 15 here. Ball between the hashes actually got spotted up to the 16, so it's only 2nd and 14. My apologies. They'll get a quick pass to the right side, and now Barnes will push him out of bounds at around the 23 for a gain of 9 to Kason Emerson. So Emerson will get the grab, and that'll bring up third down here. 8 seconds into this second quarter, it's 34-0 Rams. All the action presented by People's National Bank this evening. This is WMIX-FM, Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. It'll be third and about 7. Oh, boy. Looking for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter here. It's 3rd and 6 from their own 24-yard line, out of the gun. Twins right and left. Jesus Adelano, the quarterback. 4-step drop. Now looking over the middle, and that will not bring the guy down. However, it'll give a loss, maybe. And now the Rams finally bring him down inside the 20 to about the 17. Let's see where this spot's actually going to be, what forward progress is versus what it isn't.
He caught it about the 22 and ran straight backwards.
Yes.
Not a great idea.
He got bumped, and that's actually going to end up a loss to the 20. So it'll end up being a loss of 4. I already forgot who caught it. Well, they'll punt on 4th and 10. Woo boy. If you're still with us, thank you. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside.
Very choppy first quarter.
Indeed, among other things. Mast will come up with it around the 45, not to the 40. Looks to break to the outside, still on his feet at the 30. Nice football move, trying to come back to the near side. Gets a block, now he's going backwards. Just catch the ball and you go where you can, and he'll go to the 35. That was a great grab.
And Mount Vernon will start deep in Granite City territory. First quarter, about 20 penalties.
And then some.
But more importantly for Mount Vernon, they scored 5 times.
Congratulations, Xander Ashby and Mount Vernon Rams golf. This week's Josh Finley County Financial Rams of the Week. And, of course, he went to state. He won the regional individually. The team won the regional as a group. They went to the Highland Sectional. They finished 5th as a team. Only Xander advanced to state as an individual, and he shot a 78 today up in Normal. Congratulations. He'll make the cut and golf again tomorrow. See if he can put himself in better standing for a state medal. 1st and 10 here from the 35 for Rams football. 10:24 left, second quarter, 34-0. Rams on top. Out of the gun, single back. One each side are the receivers. This is a reverse, and it's going to be Rhodes going to the right side as he will get inside the 20, still on his feet to the 15. What trickery for Ryder Rhodes as he'll get inside to the 15-yard line. 20 yards on the ground for number 25.
I think you might see Rhodes get quite a few carries.
I hope so.
In second and third quarter.
I hope so. Talk about a guy that certainly appears to have put in his time and put in hard work.
He's a 5'9", 190-pound senior.
Ryder Rhodes. 9:55 left, first half. 1st and 10 Rams from the 15-yard line in Granite City territory. They'll go out of the gun here. It's a gun tee offense, split left and right. Single back here for C.J. Hughes-Disrow, number 2. It's pink out night at Ken Hunt Stadium. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth with 9:40 left in the half. They'll put a jet sweep here in motion. That's going to be Zay Nesbitt. Gets to the 10-yard line to the 5. Near corner. In. 15 yards on the ground for Zay Nesbitt, and the Rams are on top 40-0. Zay with the big run, and that's going to put the Rams up 40-0. 9:32 mark. So we await the PAT.
The running clock starts second half, correct?
Yes.
You kind of wonder if maybe Staples and Rudolph, they won't really play a whole lot, I don't think.
As we await the kick. Kick up. Kick good. Looked like Wyatt Evans that time. Talk about a kid that seems like he can do it all. 41-0 Rams. Unless they've changed numbers tonight or something like that from peak out night, but that certainly had the body type and the numerics.
Collinsville extends their lead, 28-15 right before half.
Tony Wilt, State Farm scoreboard update. Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online, TonyWilt.com. Look for the red State Farm Jeep around town, as this one has been dragging along at a snail's pace. All kinds of stoppages in play. 9:32 mark here of the second quarter. 41-zip your lead for the Mount Vernon Rams as they will kick off. Another SI Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown for the Rams, and it was the Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the second quarter. Let's see. As we await kickoff here, 9:32 mark, with McClendon and Ford back to return. Kick is up, and it'll be to about the 6. Fumbled and picked up, and trying to go to the left side is Ford, and Nesbitt will bring him down at about the 19-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Granite City Warriors, trailing 41-zip.
And it's time for Granite City to get that offense humming, get a little something going, get some momentum going into half.
Oh, good grief. Here we go. 9:25 left. The action starting to pick up at least a little bit, as we'll have 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line.
Starting defense still in for Mount Vernon. They've been dominant, especially at the line of scrimmage. They've spent most of the game in the Granite City backfield.
Walgreens Distribution Center looking to hire full-time, part-time, build your own schedule, even salaried positions. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. As we will have a halfback pass, and that's going to fall to the turf. Great sliding effort, though, by the intended receiver at the 40-yard line on the near side, Jeremiah Ford. But that'll be incomplete.
He was open.
Looked good on paper. 2nd and 10. This clock stops with 8:55 remaining here in this first half. Streaming made possible by Paul Shields, your Allstate insurance agent in Mount Vernon. Visit Paul at 2100 Broadway and get a free quote. As they had a man in motion just to rule out play action over the right side, and that is going to be caught, but it won't quite get to the first down marker, the line to gain. Looks like over the top, complete to the 27 to Hitchcock. I don't have a number on him. I just heard the name or the PA. It'll be a gain of 8.
That'd be number 80. Looks like big tight end, 6'1".
There we go.
180 pounds.
So Granite City will burn their final time out of the half. Sponsored by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. Advanced care close to home in the King City. 41-0, 8:12 left here in the second quarter. And so, at this particular moment with a lull in the action, we do have some scores from around the area, courtesy of Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online, TonyWilt.com. Look for that red State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm.
Nashville 29-0 over Pinckneyville. It's a halftime score in Marion, 28-15. The last update I have is 24-0 Cahokia over Centralia. Give me just a second. I'll find some more.
We'll get back to the action here. Finally some football on this Friday night. 3rd and 2 for Planet Granite from their own 27-yard line. And they try to go this counter play, it looks like, and they'll break to the outside. Past the 30, down to about the 33, 34. It's going to be a gain of 7 on the ground by McClendon. Dexter McClendon, not Lloyd, for those of you keeping track at home. So we'll go 1st and 10 here. 7:50 left in this second quarter. 41-0 Rams on top, barring a Granite City score. Rams might add here, too. We should have a running clock as we'll have a reverse coming to the near side. Oh, goodness. There was a hold in the backfield as we get to the 41-yard line on the carry. Don't call that one, but it's going to be a gain of 7. So it'll be 2nd and 3 now for the Warriors. That was a good run by Emerson. They'll just give 6, actually. So it'll be 2nd and 4. Well, Granite City's finally starting to find a little bit of their stride here offensively after struggling so much early. Of course, the Rams have been subbing in and out defensively, trying to make some things work as well, as we just see another substitution.
As Coach Mings talked in his interview, their offensive line is just overmatched.
Out of the gun, 2 backs, and turnaround handoff. It's going to be a QB keeper, which leads to a sack. At about the 34-yard line. I'm working to get that number. I see a 5, and I think I see a double nickel there.
Yes, sir.
Lazarian Roberson. So that'll push it back. 3rd and 10 on a loss of 6. Third and 10 here. The ball is on the 34-yard line on the near hash. They will send number 1, Emerson, all the way over to the left side. They'll sub in as well as they bring James Johnson into the game. Working under center now, the quarterback, Adelano. And that's going to be a tough handoff into the backfield. It's going to be McClendon rolling to the left side, and he will try to leap. Gets past the 35, down to the 36. That's going to be a long gain of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. We're going to have a flag. That'll be a hold, but if this is going to be 4th down, surely you would decline.
I would be shocked if Mount Vernon accepts it.
They're bringing on the punt team, it would appear, so it looks like the Rams have declined. Just haven't seen that signal on the field yet, so the down marker still says 3rd down.
Yeah, looks like they're marking it off. That
okay.
Surprises me.
So they'll accept on what would have been 4th down, and it'll be 3rd and 20 as opposed to 4th and 9. Unless I'm misunderstanding, which anything is entirely possible. But you may be playing a field position game here. Maybe just try to be taking time off of the clock as well, which would benefit everybody with 5:40 left here in the second quarter, presented by People's National Bank. Twins left, trips right, empty backfield out of the gun for Adelano. He's going to roll and then look over the top, and that was almost an interception by Exodus Thomas, as he just found that one right in the numbers and then found it right on the ground. Great effort.
He saw nothing but green grass in front of him. Could squeeze it.
So we have 5:29 remaining here in this first half. We'll have your Huey Funeral Home halftime show coming up. We'll get you Bonnie Cafe halftime stats as well. Plenty to come. We'll get you a full Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard. We'll recap the fall sports to this point as well, as we'll have a flag. It'll be on the Rams as they went a little early on the punt try. That'll push it up 5 yards. It'll be 4th and 15.
In all seriousness, those are the type of penalties in a tighter game that really just hurt you. It's not going to tonight.
So 4th and a little less. 4th and 15. Low snap, tough for the punter. He will get it off, but it won't go far. It'll take a Granite City bounce beyond midfield, trickle down to the 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, where it'll take a natural stop. And so, 1st and 10 for the Rams. 5:16 left in the second quarter. Maybe we'll see some action. It's been tough. There's been inopportune flags by both teams that have slowed the game down a little bit, so with 5:16 remaining here in the first half, maybe the Rams get on the board for a little bit of insurance. Maybe they try to roll all 5:16 off of the clock to get that running clock start. We'll see what happens. There are options here.
Let's see who comes out here. You're going to have Staples is in the game.
You got your starters. Mass will go to the right side here.
So I'd say they get one more possession probably.
Maybe finish the half just to secure that. 5:16 to play. We are in quarter number 2, that much closer to halftime here in your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. 5:16 to play. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Rams will go out of the gun. Single back, flanking the quarterback to his right. Twins left, or right rather. And the handoff will come to the near side. Off tackle run. Ooh, Staples trying to break a tackle. Does. He'll get to the 45, midfield opposing 45, down to the 40, 38, 37 when he's pushed out of bounds. The spot should be at the 37. Let's test the officials.
I'm giving him 20.
Right there at the 37.
Never a doubt.
You know, 2-2?
2-2.
All right. 22 yards for Staples, 41-0 Rams, 5:06 mark, but the push out of bounds will pause the clock.
Staples over 100 yards in the first half, along with a couple scores.
We're in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth from Ken Hunt Stadium tonight on the campus of Mount Vernon Township High School. 94.1 WMIX, the free Section 618 app, or you're watching live WMIX Sports YouTube. As C.J. Hughes-Disrow working out of the gun. Staples is back to the right, 2 receivers right, and there's going to keep it on the ground. I'm sorry, that's Carmaine Hopkins in the backfield as he will get inside the 35 down to the 31 for a gain of 6. So there you go. They dialed 8, got 6, and bring back 7. The Staples will be back in the lineup here with 4:35 to play in this first half. Got a busy halftime show coming your way. Plenty of content. You'll want to stay with us here for the Huey Funeral Home halftime show. Out of the gun, C.J. Hughes-Disrow, receivers on each side. Off tackle run by Staples, and he will get a first down inside the 25 to the 24. Gain of 8 unofficially. And that'll move the chains and eventually keep the clock going here as we'll drop below the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. 41-0, Rams on top. Granite City is the visitor tonight. The Rams will be on the road for the first time in a while Friday night. They'll head to Centralia for their final matchup. Going to be a while before those two teams see each other on the gridiron again. Centralia leaving the South 7 Conference next year. That'll be Friday night, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock your kickoff right here. No video. Quick handoff, come to the left side. Looks like it might be Hopkins again. Run along the hash, inside the 20 down. Bull actually is dragging 4 Granite City defenders down to about the 16 where forward progress is stopped. It'll be an 8-yard gain. That'll make it 2nd and 2 here for Mount Vernon. 3:30 mark of this first half. They're already at halftime, I believe. Centralia and Cahokia.
Yes,
a lot of
sir.
games are at halftime.
Yeah, well,
just
we're
not
going
us.
to be the last show in town, which seems like that's about every week we say that.
Well, you know you're going to be if you're at Carbondale. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which team. It's just how it goes. Out of the gun, empty backfield. Now Staples will go into the backfield. QB keeper. Nice run by CJ. He'll get to the 10. Makes a nice move inside the 5 to the pylon. Is he in? Could be a 17-yard touchdown for C.J. Hughes-Disrow Jr., and it is as he gets into the end zone. Adds 6 more to the tally. It's 47-0 Rams. And the Ram QB on the keeper hits pay dirt. 47 Love.
That's the 6th rushing touchdown of the half for Mount Vernon. They've ran the ball at will, as they should. We'll have a running clock in the second half. Thank goodness.
We certainly will. All the action tonight, don't you forget it, presented by People's National Bank. You're never far away from a PNB branch or ATM. Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Kick up, kick good. Everything's great about that. As that one, I think Karma. Oh, Griever on that one. Carnine held. So Isaac Griever gets the PAT that time. McCoy spreading the love.
Yeah, second half we'll get to call some different names for sure. There'll be a lot of different guys touching the football.
I was going to break after touchdowns, but don't really have enough time to do that now. So we'll keep it here. 48-zip the score. Rams on top of the Granite City Warriors. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside on 94.1 WMIX. The free Section 618.com app, as well as the WMIX Sports YouTube. Oh, goodness gracious. What a night. So the Rams will more than likely improve to 3-4. We'll know for sure at halftime.
Going to have to win out to make the playoffs. It's going to be a tough order, but not impossible.
So Cahokia leads Centralia at the half, 24-0. That'll be one of the many scores we feature on a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update coming up at the half. We're getting closer to halftime here in the King City where the Rams lead at 48-zip, and the Warriors look for the return at the 2-yard lines where they corral the kickoff. Coming to the near side to the 15, and I think JP makes a diving tackle at about the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. So Ford on the return, Peterson on the tackle. And it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Rams. Or for the Warriors, pardon me. I got distracted. Clock running here, 48-zip score. Granite City with the football on their own 19. They'll march to the line of scrimmage here on the near hash. They send Emerson to the left side, Ford to the right. A man in the right slot looks to be McClendon. Two backs in the backfield here for Adelano, the quarterback. Fake handoff, and then they go left on a sweep. Miller will get the carry to the left side to the 25-30, out of bounds, first down. It'll be about an 11-yard gain for Miller, pardon me. Whew. Wow, movement up here in the booth. Just kind of people watching, and I got caught napping. 2:11 left here in the first half. Lord. 2:11 remaining here in the first half. 48-zip score. They wind the clock here. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Adelano, the quarterback, out of the gun. 3 left, 1 right. 1:54 to play here, second quarter, on 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. High snap, no problem. He'll turn, then go across his body with a throw over the top, over the middle, and it'll be incomplete, 2nd and 10.
He's got a good arm. That's got to say something positive about Granite City. He can throw. He just usually has no time.
1 minute, 45 seconds to play here in the second quarter on 2nd and 10. The ball on the 31-yard line for Granite City here as they look to move. Out of the gun, 2 backs, a receiver left, a receiver right. Adelano, the quarterback, working out of the shotgun. Rams will stack the box, looking to pressure here on 2nd down, and we'll have a flag.
It'll be an encroachment on Mount Vernon.
So with 1:44 left here in this first half, it'll be 2nd and 10 now. Make it 2nd and 5. Minute 44 remaining here. Penalty on the field makes it 2nd and 5. Encroachment on the Rams, as we just can't get to halftime fast enough. They will run out of the gun again, and it's just a struggle for the Warriors tonight. They'll put a man in motion. That's Lewis. He'll come all the way to the right side, then jet up field, and I didn't see a flag. I didn't hear a whistle, but there's a late flag. And they're pointing to
offsides Mount Vernon.
Okay. well. All right, then. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 5-yard penalty. It was 2nd and 5. That'll be 1st and 10. 1:22 to play here in the first half. We'll have your Huey Funeral Home halftime show coming up at the break. Empty out the backfield, out of the gun. Ball on the 41-yard line. Far hash spot. 1st and 10 now for the Granite City Warriors. There's a snap. Looking to the right side. Looking for the throw along the near side. And that looks like it's going to be complete to McClendon. Beyond midfield to the 47, but there is a flag.
No way.
They'll give a 40 to the 46. 13-yard pass. Okay. Who caught that? I just said, and I've already forgotten. Was it McClendon?
Yep. 13.
Thereabouts. We're below a minute now. 45 seconds to play here in the first half. They'll empty out the backfield again. Trips left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun here. 38 seconds to play. 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking for another quick pass, and that will be Emerson, but he stays in bounds with 30 seconds left. That's going to be about an 8-yard pass. And I don't think we have 18 seconds left on 2nd and 2. 13 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Now with 10. Looking downfield after the snap out of the gun. Looking to the right side. That's going to be pass interference. And I think he still came down with it.
What a catch. What a throw.
Emerson came down with it inside the 5 at the 4 plus a penalty.
And let's talk.
If that counts as a catch, it's going to be a 41-yard grab.
And Adelano stood in there, took a big hit. He does have an arm.
They're going to go pass interference. So the pass is complete. It is a 41-yard pass. So they will decline the pass interference, obviously. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2 with 4.5 seconds left. What an impressive grab from Emerson. With 4.5 seconds remaining, they may punch one in. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. And the Rams will call a timeout. Nope. Granite City's out of timeouts. They pointed as if a timeout was called. I'm watching the officials here to see what's going on. Granite City's trying to sub. It's 1st and goal from the 2. 4.5 seconds left, 48-0 Rams. So they start the clock. Granite City's going to have to hurry, and they will not get a playoff, and it's halftime. So your halftime score after all of that is Mount Vernon 48, Granite City nothing. We'll come back with the Huey Funeral Home halftime show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
You need insurance to help protect things that mean a lot to you. You need coverage that's affordable because we all have a budget. At Country Financial, we get it. For close to 100 years, we've offered insurance and financial services to help protect what's most important to you and to help prepare for your future. Best of all, I'm here to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. In other words, we've got your back. I'm Josh Finley, your local Country Financial representative. Call me at 618-242-4024.
Your Mount Vernon Culver's is a great place to start a career, a first-time job, or maybe you're looking to go back to work, or just looking for a few extra bucks while getting discounts on frozen custard. Join the Blue Crew. Listen to this. Starting pay is now $16 an hour. Yes, you can work for an awesome family and get $16 an hour just to start. Flexible hours, too. Apply in person at Veterans and 42nd in Mount Vernon or go to culvers.jobs and search for Mount Vernon and apply online. Culvers of Mount Vernon is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, everyone, it's Marty with Huey and Newell Funeral Homes. Life is deceptive in the course of living it. We get so wrapped up in our daily activities that we lose sight of what we're actually here for. A life well lived is one that doesn't rely on accomplishments or acquiring stuff, but instead focuses on relationships. Practicing kindness, empathy, and compassion are the things that last and will impact other people's lives for generations to come. We are Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, serving our community with the greatest of care now and many years to come.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Huey and Newell halftime show starts now.
Back here in the King City, Ken Hunt Stadium in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth at halftime. It is the Mount Vernon Rams 48, Granite City Warriors 0. I'm Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside for this Huey Funeral Home halftime show. And, of course, we appreciate the support of Huey Funeral Home, Huey and Newell Funeral Homes here in Mount Vernon. As right now, I think everybody's pleased to see this result, at least if you're an orange and black fan. The Rams 48, Granite City nothing. Huey Funeral Home in Mount Vernon offering peace, comfort, and healing for families in need now and many years to come. HueyFH.com or 618-242-3348. The Rams get 7 touchdowns there in that first half, and they're on top, and they're going to have a running clock in the second half.
And they came in and did what they needed to do, take control of this game early. Now they're going to get the starters out, get ready to go next week. This is a team, Granite City's down. They just don't have much size, don't have enough bodies, and they just can't compete. So Mount Vernon's obviously done what they have to do.
They have. We'll have your Bonnie Cafe halftime stats coming up in just a moment here on your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. We'll take a break at Ken Hunt Stadium. Come back, get you some numbers. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Insurance has been a hot topic lately for most people. Car insurance, home insurance. It just seems to get more expensive every year. And it's something we can't go without. It's your local State Farm agent and Jeep guy, Tony Will, reminding you this is where an agent comes in. My team is able to help you cover your needs and talk to you about the risks of going without it. You know, like understanding what happens when you have a car accident without collision coverage, or have a basement and don't have the proper coverage when water comes in. So before this happens to you, reach out and let's visit about it. Talking to us is free and quotes are free. Give us a call or find me online at TonyWilt.com.
Tacomas. Hi, this is Presley Marlowe, sales manager at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Come check out our 2025 Toyota Tacoma. We've got 5 of them on the lot right now. During the Toyota Fall event, fall into savings with deep discounts and 3.99 financing for 60 months. Choose from SR5 and TRD off-road models. But hurry, the TRD Pro is excluded and these deals won't last long. Drive yours home today from Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by People's National Bank.
94.1 WMIX and the free Section 618.com mobile app tonight. Here at the half at Ken Hunt Stadium on Pink Out Night. It is 48-0. The Granite City Warriors trailing here. Hank Evans alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Huey Funeral Home halftime show continues. We owe the Bonnie Cafe halftime stats. What do we got?
Well, first for Granite City, it wasn't pretty for the Warriors. Hasn't been all year. They carried it 10 times, ended up with an even 0 yards as Mount Vernon's defensive line was in the backfield most of the night. Number 5, the quarterback, Jesus Adelano, did have a big pass at the end. 12 for 16 passing. A lot of losses, though, as Mount Vernon tackled him in the backfield. But he ended up with 100 yards passing. Granite City, 100 total yards. Mount Vernon Rams, they carried it 14 times for a whopping 296 yards on the ground. Completed 1 pass for a 47-yard touchdown, 343 yards offense in the first half. Individually for the Rams, it was Jay Sean Staples, 6 carries, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Chris Rudolph, 2 carries, 77 yards, and 2 touchdowns. C.J. Hughes Distro Jr., he carried it 3 times, 56 yards on the ground, and a touchdown. Ryder Rhodes had a carry for 20 yards. Zay Nesbitt, 1 carry, 15-yard touchdown. And Carmaine Hopkins, 2 carries for 14 yards. Mount Vernon obviously didn't throw it very much. Distro Jr., 1 of 2 passing, 47-yard touchdown on the 1 completion. That was to Nolan Mast. So it's definitely a dominant performance by Mount Vernon.
Indeed it is. And those stats are presented by Bonnie Cafe, Mount Vernon and Jefferson County. Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. Breakfast all day, crispy fried chicken daily, fish Fridays, Saturday steaks and crawfish, and home-style Sunday dinners. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Mount Vernon Outland Airport or the OG in Bonnie. So there we go. We'll take another break on our Huey Funeral Home halftime show. Come back and just some Tony Wilton State Farm scoreboard updates right here in Ken Hunt Stadium in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
Asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Mount Vernon's Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. In Mount Vernon, delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe, inside the Mount Vernon Airport or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
If you are looking for a new career, Walgreens Distribution Center in Mount Vernon is hiring. Walgreens offers an excellent benefits package, competitive pay, on-site health clinic, 401k, performance bonuses, shift differentials, full-time employment, and maintenance technician openings. Plus, they have walk-in Wednesdays every Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. No appointment necessary. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Walgreens promotes and supports a drug-free workplace.
Follow us on social media at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
94.1 WMIX, the free Section 618.com mobile app as well. You can find us on the WMIX Sports YouTube tonight. Huey Funeral Home in Mount Vernon, offering peace, comfort, and healing for families in need now and many years to come. HueyFH.com or 618-242-3348. With Hank Evans, I'm Chris Hugo as we're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth for Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by People's National Bank. So about 10 minutes before the start of second half football here, and it looks like you've put the phone down, you picked the pin up. We have a Tony Wilton State Farm scoreboard update. I can see the white smoke.
All right, these are all halftime stats, halftime scores unless otherwise noted. Cahokia all over Centralia, 24-0. Here's a little bit of a surprise. Carbondale Heron tied at 14 at the half. Collinsville 28, Marion 15 at the half. Waterloo leads Highland 10-7. DuQuoin all over Anna Jonesboro 40-7. Nashville leads Pinckneyville 36-0. Carterville 42, Massac County 0. Murphy and Harrisburg tied at 7 at the half. East St. Louis 34, Belleville East 7. That's another halftime. Edwardsville 14-3 over O'Fallon. Johnson City all over Hamilton County 36-0. Flora leads Fairfield 14-8. CZR 32-14 over Carmi. Altoff 20, Mater Dei 14. And this is a third quarter score. Breeze Central in a tight one, 17-14 over Roxana. And that score can't be right. I'm not even going to give that one.
Okay. I will give one from SEMO. Jackson 56, Sykeston 0 at the half.
I tell you what, it's a game just like this one. Maybe we could hook up Sykeston and Granite City for a matchup. I believe they do play Doniphan next week, believe it or not.
Sykeston is really not usually that bad. Jackson's just really good this year. They beat Edwardsville. Of course, Edwardsville's been struggling somewhat this year, too, even though they're still a pretty good team.
And SEMO, Jackson would compete in the Southwest Conference. They
Yeah, absolutely. They're in Class 6, the largest school, and they play districts there. So Jackson, the 2020 state champs, and they just perennial powers. In fact, they just lost a head coach a couple of years ago to Texas. Took a head coaching gig down there. So why am I an expert in SEMO football? Have to be. So not necessarily an expert per se, but enough to know that Jackson would be. Actually, I wouldn't mind playing Jackson.
Yeah, not a bad trip. I could stay in Cape Girardeau.
Yeah. So, yes. I feel you, and yes, absolutely. So, but one of those things where talking about matchups and schedules, that scoreboard update presented by Tony Wiltshire, State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. I say that because I know the Rams need a Week 8 opponent still for next year with the loss of Centralia to the Cahokia Conference, and now I'm going to tie this room together with a rug. In that we did find a Week 2 opponent, in my understanding, that we have Belleville West on the schedule, and so, needed Week 2 and Week 8. Granite City is now going to be Week 3, of course, on the schedule. I'm told it's okay to talk about because Collinsville's been talking about it. So just it'll be a different look next year. Of course, Highland is on the schedule now as part of the South 7 next year, and unless anything changes, that's where we are. We're just going to have 5 teams again.
And the problem is most conferences are set up where they play conference games Week 2 or Week 3 through Week 8. So it's really difficult for a team like Mount Vernon to try to find a non-conference game in a Week 8. So you're looking at
oddly
out
enough,
of state. Probably.
The Rams' issue is I'm not sure where Belleville is. The Belleville West thing is they need a home game in Week 8, and so I did see that St. Joe Ogden was available, but they want a home game as well. So I'm not sure if anybody could work things out there, but yeah. So that's kind of how that's looking, and that's just the world we live in right now. We're scheduling is tough for these ADs, and not to go too far on a limb here on the Huey Funeral Home halftime show, but I know you keep seeing district proposals in play. One of the better ones was Chauncey Couric from Sycamore High School, had a good one about 10 years ago. It did not pass. The next one did, but I thought it had more flaws than that one. And they at least passed it. We were going to have districts and things of that nature and hopefully settle down some of this conference shifting, but they pulled it at the 11th hour, and so now we have all these conference adjusting. We've talked about it all season. The MVC will be no more. South 7 will get Highland, and then Mascoutah and Triad go to the new Southwestern Conference. The rest of the schools go to the Cahokia, the largest division. Well, now Salem leaves there. That opens it up. Salem and Roxana leave that. Salem goes to the River to River, Ohio. That leaves room for Centralia now, and South 7 thought they had some stability, and they don't.
Looks like South 7's about done, really.
Yeah, I mean,
do you think districts will come up for vote again in the near future, say in the next 3 to 4 years?
I think it'll have to. I think you'll see it. But I think the other solution that's out there, and I used to get some of this stuff. I used to be on the News Media Advisory Committee for the IHSA, and these are things that were often discussed. It's things that the various people could do is take back and various ideas. And, there's talk that they may expand the playoffs one more round. And that would double the amount of teams in. You're looking at some 3 and 6 and maybe some 2 and 7s getting in, which cheapens it. However, if you don't get into the playoffs, you still play a Week 9 game because they're talking about eliminating Week 9. You can still, if you don't get in, you can still pick up like a scrimmage or a game or whatever. And in that regard, that would probably solve some of the problems. So you have more teams getting in. That eliminates the hunt for 5 wins.
Got it.
So there we go. Fall sports recap. It's like I feel like I have way too much time to talk here, and then let's check out what's going on in fall sports. Underclass football on Monday night. Cahokia beat the Rams 40-0. Soccer fell to 6-10 this week. The Rams lost to Highland 4-2, Carterville 5-3, and Centralia 5-2 last night. They're at Albany tomorrow, and they host Marion on Tuesday. Lady Rams volleyball now 7-15. They got a straight set win at Mount Carmel on Monday, then lost to Murphy in straight sets on Wednesday. Lost to Marion last night, 25-16, 25-23. Had a great second set against the Lady Wildcats. Lady Rams head to the Grayville tourney tomorrow. They're at Heron on Tuesday, at Centralia on Thursday. Lady Rams had senior night last night. They are not going to be home again until they host the regional the week of the 27th, and they will play Cahokia in the opener of that regional. Cross country, the girls finished 20th at Peoria this past Saturday. The boys finished 3rd. Both of them will go to the Centralia Orphan Invitational tomorrow. Of course, top finishers for each gender were Kennedy Bax with a 20-minute, 16.7 second time. And then Trace Elliott was the top finisher for the Rams with 15:33.17. Boys golf, as you know, from our Josh Finley County Financial Ram of the Week, boys golf were your regional champions. They finished tied for 5th in the 2A sectional. However, that's not good enough for the team to go to state, but Xander Ashby shot a 72 and advanced to the state finals. He actually shot a 78 today, carded a 78 plus 7 up in normal, so he'll make the cut and play again tomorrow. Of course, Lady Rams golf had their season in last week in the regional. And then Lady Rams tennis fell to Mount Carmel 6-3 on Tuesday. Abby Russell and Anna Kingsley won singles matches, while Audrey Wilford and Paisley Breesacker won doubles. And then Lady Rams tennis lost yesterday to Heron 9-0. Next up, South 7 tourney tomorrow at Carbondale. Vandalia Regional on Tuesday with potential sectional action on Friday. That's a look at your fall sports as we know it right now. We'll take a break and come back as you set for the second half of this one. This is your Huey Funeral Home halftime show, and the Mount Vernon Rams lead Granite City 48-0. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
This October, only at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Buy 3 tires and get the 4th for just $1. Hi, this is sales manager Presley Marlowe. Replace your tires before winter and save big. And here are 5 reasons to buy from Munkin Toyota. The right tires for your Toyota model, a tire price match guarantee, expert installation by factory chain technicians, all the top brands, plus road hazard coverage on eligible tires. Only at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Chris with Bean Insurance Agency. We've been serving the listening area for over 20 years. Our office has a combined experience of over 75 years of insurance knowledge. We have multiple companies to choose from, so you get a great rate, and we strive to provide the best customer service around. This combination has won Bean Insurance Agency multiple awards over the last 20 years. Call today and find out for yourself at 618-242-6017 or stop by 1310 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southern Illinois, check out the deals from Chuck's Place in Salem, Hippies Heaven, Centralia, Park Place Diner in Mount Vernon, Sterling Avenue Home and Decor, Salem, and Tomahawk Bar and Grill, DuQuoin.
If you're in Mount Vernon, Centralia, Salem, Nashville, Marion, Kate, Sykeston, Paducah, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Back to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX.
94.1 WMIX and the free Section618.com mobile app as we about ready for the third quarter here in Ken Hunt Stadium from the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. 48-0, Rams on top. We'll have a running clock second half here in the King City as the Warriors should have the football to start as the Rams had it to start the first half.
And I suspect Mount Vernon will get a lot of different guys in the game. We'll get to call some different names.
Absolutely. A valuable experience for a lot of guys here tonight in this 48-0 contest. Oh, let's go. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank, peoplesnationalbank.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So once they kick off, it'll be a running clock, see? And then you'll be one step closer to that 6:45 flight. Or early flight, if you will.
Well, we're lined up the wrong.
Well, in all fairness,
we were shooting at the wrong basket, per se.
In all fairness, the other team was out there first.
Yeah.
I thought they had it the right way the first time, but because it was the other. I mean, they're on the same sides they were in the first half.
Yeah.
To open up the first half, I mean.
Let's just kick this son of a gun and get her moving.
Now's not a time to be picky.
Yeah.
And Steve McCoy not happy. Nobody is really at this point. Yeah. So we have a delay trying to figure out which side, who's who, what's what.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
But big game for Illinois tomorrow, Chris. And if I get that.
Who do they play?
The Ohio State Buckeyes come into town.
Oh, that's right, because what's his name's trying out all the pizza places.
So I need to get that plane in the air and land it, and a good Uber driver and get in the sports book by – I'll have about 10 minutes to spare if everything goes right.
I gotcha. Well, I'm here to tell you it's looking bleak to get there on time at this rate.
Yeah, not looking good.
But I see officials scattering about to where maybe we'll get this second half underway.
Yeah, simple kickoff.
It's always mischief on the kickoff. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. They have a long-standing tradition of superior orthopedic care across Southern Illinois. Fresh 12 on the clock, fresh kicker coming. That's still Truman, but it's a fresh kick, I should say. End over end, and the official will catch it in the end zone. Let's go. Finally some action. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the 20. I about screamed out, "Let's go while we're young."
Yeah.
That's golf course Hugo, though. Can't do that here tonight.
I don't know that I've seen an official field one like that.
I haven't either, but first time for everything. You'd love to see it. All the video tonight presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon Allstate agent. Give Paul a call, 618-241-0551 for a free quote. Very patient man is Paul Shields. Stop by and see the friendly face at 2100 Broadway, Mount Vernon. Going to have Wayner tuned in tonight. Not sure if he's in a combine or...
Well, he probably got about 40 acres freaking combine by the time we get this second half started.
By now, he may be relaxed in a recliner with something ice cold.
Yeah.
Maybe a Diet Coke or something along those lines. 1st and 10 from the 20 for Granite City here.
Might be something made from grain.
We're out of the gun. Deep to pass. Adelano struggling to find his man downfield. He'll roll to try to disconnect. It's going to be picked off. And into the end zone will go Davius Barnes for the touchdown on the pick six. 54-0 Mount Vernon. Well, how do you do? Guess what? The clock keeps running.
That's a good part of this. And Davius right in his hands. Nobody within sight. That's every defensive back's dream scenario.
I hope I hit capture replay, because that'd totally be something I'd forget to do. Yeah, it was. Welp, my bad. Forgot to click a button. So 11 minutes left here. Carnine will hold. Griever will kick. For the PAT, up 54-0. And again, the Rams are not running up the score. That was a pick six.
Yes.
Kick up. Looks good. Is 55. There we go. So we'll go below the 10:30 mark here. That touchdown was an S.I. Thailand Carpet Supply touchdown for our Walgreens Distribution Center first score. Oh, goodness. Rams and Centralia on Friday night for the final time for the foreseeable future. We'll have it here on 94.1 WMIX. Audio only on the Section618.com app. We aren't allowed to stream video from Centralia. The dude abides, so no video. If you're looking for a bank that truly cares, People's National Bank offers exceptional customer service and innovative solutions. Discover more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. As we await kickoff here, we'll drop below the 9:30 mark. That clock just continues to run. Wouldn't be a running clock without it.
Much needed tonight, as the first half took an hour and a half at least.
If not more. So it'll be corralled at the 5. Between the hashes, we go to the 10, 15. Now trying to double back to the far hash at around the 16-yard line. It'll be about 18 Rams to bring them down. More specifically, 4. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Get started planning for the future with Country Financial Advisor Josh Finley. Call 618-242-4024. Or find Josh Finley at countryfinancial.com. Sponsors our Ram of the Week award, and this week it was Mount Vernon Rams Golf and Xander Ashby. We'll hit 8:30 here on the drive, and then some. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for the Warriors.
I see a few new guys in on that Mount Vernon defense. Looks like Jordan Angleton, a sophomore.
See Myron Siegert out there, but he's gotten time and time again. Jackson Simmons still out there. Exodus Thomas. Let's see, Hast.
Rudolph playing defense.
Thought I saw Mast out there, too. We'll see Wyatt Evans come in defensively. There's a snap. Adelano going to throw off a screen into the backfield. And it looks like they'll bring the receiver down at about the 15 for a loss of 2. I thought that might have been Brokaw, but I thought he was out. Similar body type. Nope. That's Miller. My apologies.
They spotted it at the 17, so
Okay.
I'm going to call it just no gain.
A generous no gain. That's okay. Plenty of fine Rams sponsors to tell you about the rest of the way. Appreciate Walgreens Distribution Center. They have a variety of opportunities, including Monday to Friday work schedules. That means no weekends. They even have leadership opportunities. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. 2nd and 10 from the 17, back to pass, turns right, back left, now runs right, and that'll be complete at about the line to gain up that right side. Looks like it's going to be spotted short for about a 9-yard pass. That was to Emerson again for 9. So it'll be 3rd and short here. 7:15 mark of the third quarter. 55-0. Rams on top if you've just joined us. A long, long, long first half. Your usual halftime. And what we hope will be a speedy second half with the running clock. They'll bunch up now and try to get short yardage on a play that used to be illegal at the high school level, but very similar to a tush push here. And they'll get a few on the play, and it'll be first down.
We'll give him 3 on the carry.
Casaraya's menu has a wide variety of flavorful options, from a traditional ribeye to sizzling fajitas. Have an unforgettable experience at Casaraya, 3106 Broadway, right here in the King City. 6:26 left in the third quarter, 55-0. Rams on top. High snap, going to be trouble. That's going to be around the 10-yard line. Still trying to corral, and finally Adelano gets control at about the 9, maybe the 8. And that'll cost them
20.
Yeah, literally. Not the overused, incorrect form of literally. That was literally a 20-yard loss.
It's going to hurt the Granite City on the old stat sheet there.
That won't help the total offense or the rushing yards of our buddy Jesus. Jesus Adelano doing a great job. He can throw the football.
It's just he has no time.
You're absolutely right. They just need a bolstered line. He'll work out of the empty backfield here. Trips right, Twins left. Out of the gun. Looking to the right side, looking to throw over to the middle. Nope, he's going to roll right now. Got out of his own end zone, and it's going to be picked off at about the 25-yard line to the 20. Hard hit, no problem, to the 24 is where the Ram return went, and I can't get a good look at the number. It might be 50. That might be Damian Bell. Oh. Yep.
Another sophomore in the game for Mount Vernon.
Making the best of the opportunity he's been given as we'll hit the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Appreciate Mount Vernon Wind Supply. The Bath and Kitchen Idea Center is a plumbing showroom specializing in bathrooms, kitchen cabinets, and so much more. Route 37 South in Mount Vernon.
Yeah, we'll see who comes out for the offense. I'd say you're going to see a lot of new bodies.
Yes, sir. Going to make for an interesting stat sheet. Or not. It just depends. Oh, that halfback pass earlier I put on the wrong stat sheet.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good. We'll get it fixed now. I see Mast, Wyatt Evans, Javon Johnson.
I think it's going to be Wyatt Evans at quarterback.
Yep. Hopkins looks to be his back. Rhodes will still be a wing back on the right side. So let's see what they do. Evans here, the quarterback, 1st and 10 from the Granite City 19. Running play to Carmaine. Hopkins going to try to break through. He'll run toward the near corner of the end zone. At the 10-5, and he's dragged down in the end zone. That'll end up as a 19-yard touchdown run for Carmaine Hopkins, and it's 61-0.
Mercy.
Yeah. Well,
Rams
not much you can do.
They've had 2 called back by penalty.
Could you imagine?
I mean, they could literally hit 100 if they wanted to. It's just an undermanned Granite City team. You've been on the other sides of these, haven't you?
I certainly have. Makes me wonder if Benton tries to put 100 on West Frankfort tomorrow for various reasons. That one will be at high noon on the Section 618 app.
Yeah, I bet that'll be a packed house.
It'll be interesting. 62-0. We'll have an unusual angle and dynamic tomorrow on the broadcast on sister station Q106. I think there's not room in the press box, see? And so I think they're going to be down on the field, and everybody's going to be in different places. So we'll have 3 different people, 3 different corners, something like that maybe. I believe it's how it's going to work tomorrow. So God love Danny Zerwinski. And
Ooh.
the task he'll have to pull off tomorrow, but I know he's up to it. So, fun.
I think the weather's going to cooperate. That's half the battle.
Oh, absolutely. 62-0 after the kick is good here. 2:38 left in the third quarter, running clock game. As the Rams await the kickoff. This is WMIX-FM, Mount Vernon and all of Southern Illinois, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. You can listen live 24/7, WMIX94.com. You're home for today's hot country.
The head-scratcher score of the night, Salem 6, Columbia nothing.
So that was legit.
Fourth quarter. I've got multiple sources. When Gooter sends me a score, it's money in the bank. Centralia gets on the board. They trail 24-8 against Cahokia. And Marion scores. They cut the Collinsville lead at 35-28.
You won't hear me say this a lot, or you will, but I mean it when I do. Gooder, one of the good guys in the biz.
That he is. Very knowledgeable.
Well, the score here is 62-0 with about 1:40 left in the third quarter. Here comes kickoff. A big, booming end-over-end kick will head into the Granite City end zone. It'll be a touchback, 1st and 10 from the 20. And the transition here may take us to the end of the third, but we'll see. Still 1:25 on the clock. Appreciate Michael Croce and Edward Jones. Big financial decisions can be difficult. Invest your trust in someone that's been investing in Jefferson County for almost 20 years. Michael Croce and Edward Jones can help you navigate your investments for the future.
I see Amir Dogan coming in the game. I see Rylan Hast lining out wide.
We got some guys. Next week, the Rams and Arphans up in Centralia at Evers Field. Here on 94.1 WMIX. You can listen to it on the Section 618 app. 45 seconds left, 1st and 10 for the 19. The quarterback looking to toss to the near side, and that's going to be completed about the 20. Now trying to run across the field to stretch it out against the Rams defense, and the Rams will give chase to the 30-yard line. That'll be to about the opposing 33, gain of about 14. I did not see who caught the ball, unfortunately. I thought maybe it was Ford, but I did not get a good look with 10 seconds left. Down to 5, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. And that'll take us to the 4th. After 3 in the King City, it is the Mount Vernon Rams 62, Granite City nothing. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports, presented by People's National Bank.
To the 4th quarter we go at Ken Hunt Stadium. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth for Rams football, presented by People's National Bank. Rams lead 62-0. 1st and 10 from the 33 for Planet Granite. They trail. And here's going to be a carry for number 24, Lewis. He'll get to the 40-45, pushed out of bounds by the Rams at about midfield, shy of it. We'll just see where the spot will take it. That wasn't McClendon. That was Lewis.
I'm going to give him 16.
That was. Big run. 11:30 left here in the ball game. Ball on the 49-yard line, shy of Mount Vernon territory for the Granite City Warriors on 1st and 10 as they look for their first S-Side Talent Carpet Supply touchdown of the night. Maybe they'll get that Walgreens Distribution Center first score. And with a few guys in motion, it'll be McClendon getting the carry. He'll turn up field now, past the 50 to the 45. We have no, we don't. Thought I saw a flag fly, but I did not. My apologies. It'll go down to the 42. About 9. Of course, coming up in our Biltmore Buildings postgame show, we'll have your Mount Vernon Culver's star of the game and your Bonnie Cafe postgame stats. All the action tonight has been presented by People's National Bank. As we await for this play here on 2nd and 1 from the Mount Vernon 42 on the far hash. Under center out of the eye on 2nd and 1. 10:30 left. 62 zip Mount Vernon. Play action. Looking downfield, it'll be McClendon, the intended target. He will catch it in stride and be pushed down at about the 1-yard line. Dropped it into the end zone, and
he's down by contact.
He was already down. There we go, 41-yard pass.
Beautiful throw.
Yes. And Granite City threatening now to get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Bank with confidence at People's National Bank. With a range of services and dedicated support, they're here to help you every step of the way. Learn more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. 9:40 left here in the fourth quarter. 62 zip Rams. That's about to change. They'll go under center, and they'll go quarterback keeper, and on the sneak. Looks like from here he's in.
I believe that's Adelano.
Yep. 62-6.
Well-deserved touchdown
yes.
by Adelano. He's taken some big shots. He does have a nice arm.
He has shown it.
Put him on a different roster. I think he could play for some teams.
I think he got in about the 9:20 mark. 9:06 remaining now here in the fourth as Granite City gets on the board. Oh, they said he wasn't in. Huh. So now they say he gets in. My apologies. I saw a set of arms go up and assumed he was in, and then look up and see the down marker has 2.
Been some interesting stuff happen.
Yeah, because I never say until I see a set of arms go up.
That was number 3, Eli Miller.
My apologies.
Vulturing the touchdown.
Now it's 62-6. So,
Granite City going to try to chip away at this lead.
They are. Trying to make it 62-7 here with a late straggler to come on. What on earth? Kick is no good. Well, a late straggler is
that was right. Where'd this guy come from?
What on earth? So a late substitution cost them the kick as they just missed. And it's 62-6. Just out of nowhere. Well, hello.
He may came out stands. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he looked like he ran out like he was supposed to be there. I can only assume he was. Oh, goodness. That was an S-Side Talent Carpet Supply touchdown on our Walgreens first score this fourth quarter, by the way. If you remember Sunday dinner at Grandma's, that's Bonnie Cafe. Turkey, ham, fried chicken, and all the fixins. Mount Vernon Outland Airport or Bonnie. Daily, 6 to 8. That's 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. As we await kickoff here, 7 minutes to play in the ballgame.
Tariq Skubal, 13 strikeouts tonight.
Nice.
2-1, I believe, Seattle. Or 2-1 Detroit. Excuse me.
He's just come along and been an absolute machine.
I think he's about to get paid, ain't he?
Hope so. 6:30 left in this one. All the action presented by People's National Bank. Video stream thanks to Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon Allstate agent, 2100 Broadway for a free quote. Here comes kickoff. And that'll take a Granite City bounce and picked up at about the 8. Running room for the Ram returner.
I think that was number 22, Rylan Hast.
There we go. Hast will get it to about the 20-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 with 6 minutes left. There we go. Congratulations, Rams golf and Xander Ashby, our Josh Finley Country Financial Ram of the Week this week. Josh Finley, Country Financial, 814 Harrison in Mount Vernon. Or you can find Josh at countryfinancial.com or give him a call, 618-242-4024. So it'll be 1st and 10 from, they went ahead and spotted it at the 21 for the Rams here with about 5:45 left. So with 5:37 remaining here, 62-6 is your score. 5:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Quick snap, and it's going to be fumbled on the handoff to Carmaine Hopkins. Rams look like they recover. Looked like Rhodes on the recovery. Nope, they recovered. Granite City recovered. It'll be 1st and 10 for Granite City.
It's a big rally for the Warriors. Marion and Collinsville now tied. It's been a wild one.
Really?
35 all.
At some point, that had to turn into the Callahan-Roper show. Of course, Mount Vernon Culver sponsors our Player of the Game. Your Mount Vernon Culver is now hiring, starting pay at $16 per hour. Join the Blue Crew today or go to culvers.job. Search for Mount Vernon, Illinois. Or apply in person, Veterans and 42nd Street. Appreciate the Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update as well as they empty out the backfield here, going for it. Jesus Adelano, the quarterback. 3 right, 2 left with 4:29 to go. 1st and 10 from the Mount Vernon 21, and he will fall with the football at the 35. Tylen Davis will get credit for that. And that will go from the 21 to the... Or actually, sorry, no. It's down at the 24. It was originally at the 16, so an 8-yard loss. Second and long now, 3:50 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll have our Biltmore Buildings postgame show to follow this one, 62-6. There's a snap. We're going to have a flag. Then we're going to have another flag. Unrelated flags.
We
And
got
now a hat.
You think they might just end this game here?
Yeah, I hope so.
I think that this may be the...
Clock continues to roll, 3:10 left.
There was a pre-snap penalty. The Mount Vernon defender obviously didn't know that. Hit the quarterback, play to the whistle. Probably didn't hear the whistle. Granite City took exception, and now we're going to have probably a 10-minute conversation.
So 2:55 remaining here. Clock will continue to roll while they sort this out. And we'll have a timeout. I don't know. Either way, this timeout presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. Advanced care close to home in the King City. All kinds of penalties out there. Clock will continue to roll. No, it won't. It's timeout, isn't it? I'm trying to recap and retrace all the penalties that just were there.
I think it was originals and offsides and offsetting personal fouls.
Okay. Second and long here for Granite City. 2:48 to play in the fourth quarter. 62-6 is the Ram lead. Rams will be back at it Friday night against Centralia on the road. We'll be there. So now the officials talking it over on the Granite City sideline. And because of the timeout, can't just start the clock. So it'll go all the way back to the 39, where it'll be 2nd and 30.
What do you call here, Chris?
I call a kneel down and run out as much clock as I can just to get out of here and go home. Avoid any potential injury. You got to fight hard, don't get me wrong. Empty backfield, though. 5 receivers set.
Oh, for heaven's
and now a flag.
sakes.
It'll be on the Rams. It'll gift them 5. It'll be 2nd and 25 from the 34. Oh, 62-6. Good times. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank. Appreciate all who have stayed with us so far. 62-6 ball game. Granite City trailing with the football. 2nd and 30. 2nd and 25, rather, from the Mount Vernon 34-yard line. Between the hashes on the spot of the football. Empty backfield. Trips right to left. High snap will end up closer to midfield. The Rams will give chase. And Adelano is going to be brought down. And what a chase given by Tylen Davis. Beyond midfield on the tackle for loss. Will take him back to the 48-yard line.
About a 13 maybe yard loss.
Yep. Big play. We'll drop to the minute mark here on 3rd and forever. They have to go from the 48 down to the 9. So about 43 yards. So on 3rd and 43, it's going to be a pass into the backfield to Eli Miller, and that's going to be a loss of 1. And that should be all she wrote. .33 seconds left, and they're all just going to walk off the field and call it a day. And that's going to be your final score. Mount Vernon Rams 62, Granite City Warriors 6. We'll come back with your Biltmore Buildings postgame show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for convenient banking with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stop searching for your own insurance. You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit HallInsGroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. HallInsGroup.com.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon. Delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe inside the Mount Vernon Airport or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
What's up? It's Fitz from the Country Top 40, and this October weekend, we're going to take another wild ride up the country charts. Last week, it was Scotty McCreery and Hooting the Blowfish popping the fireworks with their very first #1 together, Bottle Rockets. But the question is, can they hold the peak, or is a brand new champ about to plant the flag at the top? The air is cooling down, but the hits are hot, and the climb to #1 is on. So Let's make a journey together. I'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here. Sunday at noon on 94.1 WMIX, today's Hot Country.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Build More Buildings post-game show starts now.
Post-game show presented by Biltmore Buildings as the Mount Vernon Rams victorious on their home field tonight on Pink Out Night, 62-6. The final score. And, of course, big build, small towns. Biltmore Buildings makes it happen. Call 618-732-8704 and get started today. Hank Evans alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Hammer for the Mount Vernon Rams. This is the win they needed.
And this is the get-right spot in the schedule after a frustrating performance last week. Mount Vernon played a obviously undermanned Granite City team and took out their frustrations, scored early and often, able to get a bunch of different guys in the game second half. Most importantly, everybody healthy heading into the game against Centralia next Friday.
Without a doubt. And, of course, the Rams and Orphans will be Friday night from Evers Field. Of course, no video from us. We can go audio only, radio only next week. 6:30 will be your pregame, 7 o'clock your kickoff right here, 94.1 WMIX in the free Section 618 app. We'll take a break on your Biltmore Buildings postgame. Come back into the Bonnie Cafe postgame stats. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Ready to build something amazing? Look no further than Biltmore Buildings, Inc. As a proud, locally owned company with over 6,000 successful projects, we're here to serve our community with dedication and integrity. From agricultural structures to automotive shops, workshops, and homes, our skilled team is committed to turning your ideas into a reality. With competitive pricing and a family-supported approach, we put you first. Let's build your future together. Call Biltmore Buildings, Inc. at 618-732-8704.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a lost bee that found my way into your car. And now that I'm in here, good luck getting me out.
I think it's gone. Wait, no, it's in my hair.
And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, well, this could be quite a sticky situation. So get Allstate.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX, presented by People's National Bank.
94.1 WMIX in the free Section 618 app. You can also watch us live still on the WMIX Sports YouTube. Here tonight, 62-6 final on Pink Out Night from Ken Hunt Stadium. Your Biltmore Buildings postgame show continues on. From farms to families, Biltmore Buildings delivers strength, style, and hometown pride. Let's build something great. Hank Evans alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Hammer, what are these Bonnie Cafe postgame stats going to tell us?
Well, I'll tell you, Granite City's in for a long year, 0-7 as they lose this one. They had 143 yards of total offense, minus 10, negative 10 yards rushing on the ground. Has a lot of bungled snaps and hits in the backfield. 153 yards passing. It was quarterback, by far their best player, Jesus Adelano, 14 of 20. Passing 153 yards. He did throw 2 picks. For the Mount Vernon Rams, they carried it 16 times for 315 yards on the ground. The vast majority in the first half, as they only ran 4 or 5 plays on offense in the second half. They completed 1 pass touchdown, 47-yard touchdown for their 362 yards of offense. Individually for Mount Vernon, it was Jay Sean Staples, 6 carries, 114 yards and 2 scores. Chris Rudolph, 2 carries, 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr., he carried it 3 times, 56 yards and a touchdown. Zay Nesbitt got a carry on an end around, led to a 15-yard touchdown. And Carmaine Hopkins, 3 carries, 33 yards and a touchdown. Mount Vernon only threw 2 passes, attempted 2 passes on the night, completing 1, and that was a 47-yard strike for touchdown. Hughes Disrow Jr. to Mast. That's what we got, Chris.
There you go. Post-game stats presented by Bonnie Cafe and Mount Vernon Outland Airport and the OG in Bonnie. Bonnie Cafe, just like Sunday at Grandma's, turkey, ham, fried chicken, and all the fixins. Every meal feels like home with the OG and Bonnie, and the Mountford and Outland Airport open daily from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. 62-6 the final here. What do we got for Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update?
Well, believe it or not, that running clock put us maybe just a little bit ahead. A couple of finals, DeCoin 48-13 over AJ, Carterville 50, Massac County 7. Last report after 3 quarters, Cahokia leads Centralia 24-8. Collinsville and Marion tied at 35 in the fourth quarter. Carbondale leads Heron 22-14. Third quarter, last I heard. CZR is going to pick up their, I believe, 4th win of the year. Mm-hmm. Wow. They are all leading Carmi 40-14. Got Belleville Altoff 20-14 over Mater Dei. It was Flora leading Fairfield 22-8 after 3. Johnson City all over Hamilton County 44-6. And at last check, Breeze Central 31, Roxana 14.
Nashville beat Pinckneyville 55-7, and Columbia rallied to beat Salem 7-6 tonight. Cahokia conference play. CZRE added another touchdown to win that one, 48-14 over Carmi. Altoff's added another touchdown. It's 40-28 in the fourth quarter over Mater Dei, as I was able to search X while you're giving the stats. So there's a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update for you to wrap up the night before we go to our Malvern and Culver Star of the Game here on your Biltmore Buildings post-game show. Don't forget Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Find him online, TonyWilt.com. Look for that red State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. We'll come back after a quick break. Rams win it tonight, 62-6 on Pink Out Night. We'll take that break, come back, finish it up with the Malvern and Culver Star of the Game next. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
They're back. Give me one more chance. Give me one more chance. With all the original members together again, it's Exile.
Friday night, February 20th at the Marion Civic Center. Exile.
Woke up in love with you. Oh, what a beautiful day.
One jam-packed night of great entertainment. February 20th.
She's a miracle. Sight to see.
Don't miss Exile. For tickets, call 618-997-4030 or go to marioncccc.com.
She's too good to be true.
All their hits, including this #1 classic.
Oh, the issue of Nova.
Today, we are a family restaurant, proud of our small-town roots and nicer than nice people. Here, nearby farms grow the food we eat, smiles are contagious, and everyone is someone's neighbor. Our food tastes homemade because our menu is homegrown.
Culver's met Veterans and 42nd in Mount Vernon.
Welcome to Delicious.
The entire Mount Vernon defense, if I'm allowed to do that, I feel like they're improving rapidly, and there's a lot of sophomores in there. I thought they played very well last week until they ran out of gas probably in the fourth quarter, and the front seven was just dominant tonight. So the Mount Vernon defense is the star of the game.
There you go. It's all presented by our friends at Mount Vernon Culver's on Veterans and 42nd Street in Mount Vernon. Hank, any final thoughts?
Well, Mount Vernon did what they had to do, but the main thing, got everybody out of the game in the second half. Nobody got hurt. And you got a big, huge game next week, Friday night.
I will be there in Centralia. 94.1 WMIX in the free Section 618 app. No video from Centralia. It's not allowed, but we'll be on the air at about 6:30 on Friday night. As the Mount Vernon Rams head to Centralia one final time in South 7th Conference play and one final time for the foreseeable future. The Rams and Orphans on Friday night. For Jinx, for Hank Evans, for Jeff Crow, for all of us at WMIX Sports, I'm Chris Hugo. Congratulations to the Rams on the win, 62-6 over the Granite City Warriors. Good night.